Welcome to Project Epoch. This is Bull Critter Steve. Tonight I'm joined by Bull Critter John,
Okay,
son of Pookie.
there we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah,
Uh,
John's
we,
also our producer.
Yeah, the
So, you know,
camera,
it's on cue.
the settings were still up in Discord.
He's going to struggle a little bit, but it's going to be good.
none of our cameras are coming through, buddy.
Yeah, no, I've already fixed that. The video is going to be on a delay on your YouTube there, buddy.
Woo. Okay,
Welcome, everybody.
so small technical difficulties. Good evening. I'm Bull Critter Steve. Tonight I'm joined by Bull Critter John, son of Pookie,
That's me.
and Corinth.
With a magnificent beard. Magnificent.
All right. So this is Project Epoch. This is where us four nerdy storytelling type folks are going to slowly start to build out a campaign setting. We've got ourselves a very plain looking map. Tonight we're going to focus on putting some terrain down on the map and getting some races out there, get some ideas going. The core concept for the map as it stands is that the central chain of islands that run through the middle of the map are sort of a large glacial wall. This world has two suns, one towards the north and one towards the south. So the north and south poles are the more equatorial, temperate type areas. And that's where we're at. Tonight we're going to be practically finger painting on this map. And then when we get back together next time, it'll be a lot prettier, kind of like the map that was on our waiting screen.
Yeah, once it gets
And,
done, Wonder Draft, which we used.
Yeah, we are using
make
Wonder
this as
Draft
well,
to do our mapping.
Our first template.
Mm-hmm. And so we're going to go ahead and jump right into the project here. And I think we should open up with Corinth. Go ahead and jump into this map and start telling us what you want to do with it.
All right. I don't want to do. We've already talked about the glacial wall, so we'll deal with that later. I kind of like this area right here. I don't know how to ping. Right there. I want to go ahead and do some mountains in this area.
Oh.
Yay.
Oh, you're going big with it, huh? You're going to fill that entire island out with or that little like subcontinent with a big mountain in the middle?
Yeah, big mountain. When I like the idea of that big mountain, to me, it's like why it raised up. That's why that island came up as this giant mountain, and everything else around it is what's left over of the mountain. But that's going to be my turn on that.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and pass the map playing with stuff to Son of Pookie.
All right. Do you see this inland ocean we have here?
Yeah, the inland sea.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want this whole thing to no longer be an ocean, but I want this whole inland sea to be acid, concentrated acid.
Okay. Just go ahead and scribble through it with some green or something. That way I'll know to color change it when we go to do the final map.
See, you're already thinking big. I'm like, man. I'm like, I just want some mountains. And you're like, acid. I'm like, oh my god.
I like it.
No, I like it a lot. I think that's something important. If you're going to make your own world, your own homebrew world, you need to do something that makes it pop. You know.
Something that changes it up.
Yeah. You know. That's why so many of the other settings are so well known. I mean, cannibalistic halfling, stuff like that. You know, it's you gotta have something going.
All right, let's go with Bull Critter John for the next play around with the map.
Okay, so for me, in that bottom left, there's this little inlet you see with the here I'll ping it if I can on my phone since I can't. Okay, bottom left, yeah, right there. That's exactly it. Is that my ping or somebody else's?
No, that's me pinging for you, but
Thank
you gave a
goodness.
good description.
Okay, so the water around that, I actually want to make it so that it runs like through the world right there. Like it looks like it would be shallow because of all the mountainous area, but in that short space of this crevice, that water actually just keeps running. It runs in like through sections of the Underdark. It runs who knows where. It just continuously. It is an entry point into the depths of all of your world.
All right, so it's really, really deep, huh?
Yeah.
Almost like a section of falls, like how it kind of falls into it, like that.
Yeah.
So a deep trench.
Yeah,
That's
like a yeah, like a trench to hell kind of.
Y'all are gonna make this real interesting to do the map editing. I like it. I like it.
You just make it really dark blue.
Man, I kind of want to go with something really simple. You guys are knocking it out with this intensity here.
I was like, I just want to make some mountains.
I'm just gonna take this island over here. I'm gonna throw some trees on it. Go super simple. But I'm covering the entire island with these trees. We'll figure out what's going on with that once we get to the story part of things.
So is it more foresty or more because there's so much water? Is it more jungle-like?
Yeah, it's like a
thinking,
rainforest.
because it's in the glacial block. I think that it's going to be more like what is that? The pines and stuff, coniferous or whatever they're called. Conifers.
Yeah.
Yeah, conifers.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's an island of giant Christmas trees.
Which is going to be great for some Yetis or something. We're like, oh, look, it's Santa Claus, but with a
Yeah, maybe if we want to go down that road, it opens up the door for some cheeky holiday fun.
It does.
So,
right,
real
Corinth.
quick for any of our viewers, we're doing modified versions of Dawn of Worlds for this system, and so if anybody's familiar out there with
Yeah,
that,
shout out to Dawn of World. That's a great system.
yeah. So normally, what you do for, especially you have points that you use. We do a different system where we have actions per round, but at the very beginning, instead of spending so much time pointing out each landscape piece, we kind of just do the broad stroke brushes.
John, you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're bringing up pretty bad, actually.
Oh man, am I better now?
Yes.
This is
You
what
might have
happens
been
when I
too far
switch
away
from push
from the
to
mic.
talk. So, what I was going to say was, normally you have a point-based system, but instead of doing that at the very beginning of this, what we're doing is we're just doing broad strokes, so that we don't have to waste so much time just on the landscape pieces, point by point.
All right.
That's
So, Corinth, what are you knocking out on this map, brother?
Jeez, I'm trying to figure out, man. We're like a lake of acid. I've got a giant trench of hell water going on. I got a frozen tundra. Let me see. I kind of like the idea of this area right here. Like, I'd like to see it a higher elevation in general. Like, this area is just elevated.
Just put some elevation lines on it like you would in the old second edition maps, the line with the hash marks through it.
Okay.
And when I go to play with it in the map maker, I'll make sure to see what I can do about that elevation. Do you want the entire island to be more hash marked like that, or do you want it going out into the ocean like you're dropping those marks?
No, I'm just trying to show it's just elevated. It's just kind of like almost like stairs leading up. Like I guess that's the nicest way I could think of to do elevation marks.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So, but yeah, just the whole island's elevated, and I mean
Okay.
like probably like a good 100 feet up. Like it's just this massive high up with these huge cliffs,
All right.
and that'd be my turn.
All right, son of Pookie.
I want a string of barbed wire across
I
everything.
want a strand of barbed wire. By the way, for those that are out there, the distance marker on the bottom left-hand side of the map, we actually haven't decided on what our mileage is yet. It just happened to get put there. So
Yeah.
just heads up.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be much larger than that.
I suspect it will as well.
Yeah, this center island here, I want it to be like a giant glacial mountain range. Something like Everest.
Where at?
Right here.
Oh, like along the entire length of that island, just a
this
giant
whole
mountain
thing,
range.
Giant glacial mountain range.
Along where? The middle?
Yeah, the whole middle island.
The chains. Yeah, we were talking about the cosmology of the world at the very beginning.
About the two suns on each side or anything? Or?
Two suns at each pole.
Yeah, how the poles are completely different. How like the middle of this Earth or structure, this planet, is more. It's far more cold in the middle and then temperate on the outer ends. Have we really discussed how many moons we want to have on this thing yet?
No, we haven't actually discussed the moons.
Yeah.
You guys had discussed the suns. We wanted to do the two suns.
Yeah.
Make the poles sort of heat zones. All right, John.
I have a quick question. When we were talking about the suns and things, did we ever talk about like the rotational axis type thing of the? It's rotates along that center there across the poles, right? Like a rotation, or is it tilted?
It rotates. The way I kind of envision it is, it probably rotates and it kind of does it like this. That way you can kind of get some seasons still kind of going on. Because if it was like this the whole time,
Yeah.
then this area, the middle part would just be a complete iceland.
And everything would get
never
real
sun.
stable. Like there wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like everything would kind of
Yeah.
stake out of position.
It's like a twisty kind of like top spin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Around with it.
And both sides moving in opposite directions, right? That's what we
Okay, I'm
discussed.
looking for a body.
To create that kind of weird
Ah,
polarity.
I found it. I'll use this. Ooh, or I could use that one. That one looks like it would be so cool for like some coastal thing. What was the red thing that you put around that island on the top right there, Corinth?
Oh, there was a elevation.
Elevation for the whole island?
Yes.
I can still... Okay, if the elevation for the whole island... So then I want to turn that into this spot that's like a tropical jungle. But then during certain seasons it turns into like a dense marsh. Or like a...
Okay.
And that's... And what it is it's so like imagine if you had
For the
plant...
monsoon season.
If you had like plant matter... what was that? What's that plant that's taken over the Texas lakes? You know, the one that moves through and it just vines out everywhere. So like, that's what the water in between those elevated points is. It's just a collection of all this viney plant stuff and
in between the elevation points.
in between the elevation points, yeah. And then the temperate of the area is like a very marsh-like right here.
Yeah, I think you just moved the whole map, Steve, just a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm trying to fix it. It was my bad.
It's all good.
Apologies.
You're good.
I forgot to shift the map back to the map layer.
Ah, there you go.
Yep. We won't be having that mistake again.
It's funny how we play tested this and it was like now we're doing things we never did before.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have some technical issues. We'll get it all figured out.
Oh yeah, no, we're having a good time. Having a good time.
I think that's kind of cool too, because in that island, if you look at it, it's right near, like it goes into the temperate area, but near the southern border of it, it's getting near the northern chunk of that pole, that central pole, or that central ice sheet.
What about the smaller islands down here? Is that part of it?
I was
These
thinking that
little
the vine
archipelagos?
stuff just goes in like through between the islands. The islands themselves probably change in temperature.
It's like a sea of like weeds and stuff.
Yeah.
That's be hard to travel. Very, very good food source.
All right. So we got this northern section here where it's where the suns are pretty close to those points, aren't they?
Which section?
Sorry, to the north up here, like up here to this region, the tip of this.
Yeah, that would be.
I'm gonna go a bit broad with this one, and I'm just gonna make the entire area up there be kind of like black desert. Like people aren't sure, is it like glass, is it stone that's been worn down, but the area is a desert of like a fine black dust. It's not really sand so much as it's the abuse from the heat of the sun has done something to the terrain up there.
I like that because it'll give you a lot of things.
Keeps changing colors on me. So yeah, this northern area is these weird black sand dunes or dust dunes, and it goes across the entire northern area up here.
Oh no!
What about a little bit on the south too? It's a sphere, right?
Yes.
Maybe that bottom island down there, Stu.
Yeah. Can run it all the way across the bottom too, definitely.
Okay.
Kind of creates this weird effect going on in the poles. These weird black dust beaches, black dust dunes. All right, well then we're gonna go ahead and bring it back up to Corinth.
All right.
I was trying to respond to that Twitch question, but I can't
what
log into
question?
our Twitch stream even though I'm in the Twitch stream. Yeah, so Steve keeps a log of all these changes. He writes them down, especially when we get into the historical things, and then we transpose it to like an Excel. That way he can keep better track of it and better storage for it later. Corinth, sorry.
Desert.
Well, actually, not desert. More like rolling hills. I mean, the rolling hills is what is keeping that desert from encroaching farther upon it. So just a giant area of rolling hills. So, and that's my move. I do like that idea of like that black sand too. That's pretty hot. I mean,
Something a little different. Gonna go ahead and throw that over to Son of Pookie.
So I'm gonna create some desert along this bottom island.
Which island?
The very bottom, middle.
Oh, okay, I see it. Ooh. I'm gonna get over to roll 20 so that our audience can see it.
And I'm gonna put a little bit over here, D, on the other side of your hills. So I like the idea of there being like a break where there's still vegetation and stuff like that.
And gotta love that roll 20.
and just to point out, none of us are geologists, so it's a fantasy world, so that's not how this shit works, and that's okay. But that's how it's going to work here.
Yeah, it's not going to be necessarily real world applicable, but for a fantasy setting, it'll be fun.
We follow none of the laws of physics.
For sure.
I'm just now noticing I don't have that whole bottom section in there. We
All right,
have
I'm
to pull it over on the broadcast. This is what happens when we have a square output with a wide 1080p map.
All right, well, let's go ahead and bring it over to John. What ideas you got brewing in your brain?
Well, I had one for that same area with that small island in the bottom right down there. but I can't see it on this map. Until I figure it out, I am not going to do anything cool there. So that the audience can see it. So we said that there are 3 spots, right? I like something that I saw before. I'm going to go to this top spot on the left. Here, let me ping it real quick. If my phone will let me ping. You guys see that?
Right here?
Nope, up and to the right. That guy.
That one right there.
Yeah, so we have all of this black and and dark stone, like almost like carbonized. I'm assuming from the sun. So what I wanted to do is to do that localized spot there where it's bright, where it's a hot spot of the sun, like.
Oh, nice.
So kind of like the eye of the sun in our.
Yeah, like an eye of the sun or an ever ray, in that one spot.
All right, we'll just put a.
Now, not the whole island. I'm assuming on that island,
Yeah.
that spot be.
Just
be
a
dark.
spot. We'll just put a nice
Now
red
let me
little
get back to trying
circle
to fix
there.
roll 20 so you guys can see the
Yeah.
cool stuff below.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, little tiny dot.
Fantastic. All right. Well, that brings it back to me, doesn't it?
Roll 20 is not a fan of mine.
What's going on with roll 20?
Oh, it's I can't move the map around because I have it zoomed to a place where everybody can see everything nicely.
Yeah, and I
Your
can't.
mic is cutting out
I
bad.
can't understand you, dude.
Roll 20 doesn't show the whole map. I'm trying to move it on the website,
Yeah,
but I'm having
I have the
issues.
same problem.
I'm having
It sucks.
issues with the website actually not moving it. It's just
It's locking up.
it's roll 20ing me. So I can move it around if I do this. Hey guys, this is what we have over in the corner. I'm just gonna do it like this from now on.
That's what I would do. Just whatever area we're working on, just move it to that.
Yeah, I'm
area.
just gonna zoom in and just move all around to where we're working, guys. So we're over here in this bottom right corner, and every now and then I'm just gonna zoom back.
That's fine. I mean, that's what I'm going to do.
And even then,
All right,
I
I'm
can't get the
thinking
whole-
I'm gonna end up throwing a chain of volcanoes
Oh, yes.
right on this this series of islands on the glacial point. They're going to be dormant. They're not active beyond throwing out smoke, but put a chain of volcanoes through these islands on this side over here.
On which side? I
Bottom left.
The
use
left side.
directional. Yeah.
All right.
There we go. I see it. We're
The
over
left
there.
side of the
Boom.
central chain.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a series of dormant volcanoes that are sitting over here,
Just like in
or
this area
semi-dormant.
here.
They still belch. They belch smoke and they belch up ash and all that good stuff. But beyond that, they're not really throwing out magma and making the area hot. They're just messing up the ice over there. So that entire portion of the ice chain is kind of grayish black instead of the normal
Sooty and melted,
ice
Oh, wow.
colors.
Probably gross over there.
dark ice.
There's a lot of minerals. A lot of mining to be had.
Okay.
Just gonna put some red circles on these volcanoes so we know they're volcanoes. And yeah, with the next broadcast, for anyone that's interested, while we're actually creating races and doing all of the other portions of this, there will be a Google document where you can actually see the notes and information as we're moving through. All right. So that's what I'm going to do to the world. Drop some volcanoes, make our glacial wall a little bit ugly and dirty, and then I'm going to pass the creative stick.
All right, so if I can get this dang color to work. All right, so in the center of the acid, the giant thing of acid, the reason there's all this acid is there is basically a spewing volcano that is just leaking acid out everywhere. It's been, who knows how long it's been going on for, but it's been doing it long enough to fill an entire lake full of acid. So, there are parts of the island that people can be around. You know, obviously the acid is flowing. It doesn't flow everywhere. But clearly, if you have issues with poisonous gases, it's extremely inhospitable. But that's what's leaking. That's what's going on there. So, and that's my turn.
Fantastic. Brings us over to Son of Pookie.
All right, this island here. There's
Bottom right, John. Bottom right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yep. There's a strange, like, almost living metal that this entire island is made out of. So, kind of like not liquid metal, not liquid metal like T1000, but something close. But that's what this whole island's made out of.
Is it like hard metal, or is it like liquid mercury, or like what's it like?
Yeah, it moves between shapes and forms. So like,
Nice.
like creates structures and stuff on the island. No one really knows what it is yet. I mean, until we go through the microscope and stuff. But that's what the whole island's made of. It's weird.
Nice.
Well, we also don't have a no one yet. So definitely no one knows. So
we don't really have any peoples yet.
I say,
Yeah, I was going to ask, when are we doing the race? Are we doing a race round, or can we just do it during these rounds?
What we were talking about before we started the broadcast is that we're gonna shoot to do about 4 to 6 races during this portion, and just kind of start seeding life into the world. So each one of us is going to take one, and then I figured that you and Corinth could double up and take 2 of the races to start this round off with races, and that way we kind of have a little bit of a building block for the next portion.
I mean, we still have a lot of geography to cover, so I'm not. Yeah, we still got plenty.
Oh yeah. No, we're still early in the process here. Wasn't trying to push that at the moment.
I'm like, shit. I was talking about races. Okay. Cross-eyed.
All right, so we have the Island of Living Metal. That brings us over to John. What are you doing, brother?
I'm gonna step that out because I've seen it done quite a bit, and I actually have yet to do it. And I want to know how interesting the future of this world will be if that volcano is actually a portal to the elemental plane of acid.
Sure, there's quasi-elemental planes.
It
I
might
don't
be
see why
hard.
that would be an issue.
The value of metal in the world suddenly changes.
Yeah, because now it's not actually coming from the Earth; it's coming from a portal. Nice.
That certainly does change things. I kind of like this idea. I'm gonna definitely work with that. Since there's a giant lake of acid here, I'm thinking the entire coast of the acidic lake is now like been over the years and years of the assault of this acid is actually an entire beach of glass.
Nice.
So I'm just going to draw a weirdly blue line around this, bluish gray line. And pretty much I'm just going to say this entire coastline now is glass. And not clear, good-looking glass, like weird acid-tinged, odd, bad-looking glass. But I also think that this one chunk of water that seems to be like semi-connected, but not necessarily connected to that pool of acid, is actually still a freshwater spring that is slowly being worn into by the acidic water.
You're talking about
So
this
right
right
now
here?
it's not. Sorry, let me ping this pool right down here. This one.
Yeah.
It is still fresh water, but it is
What if
slowly being corrupted by
What
that
if it's not
acid.
fresh water? What if it's like the antithesis of the acid?
Yeah, like some kind
So,
of
like-
revitalization water. Or
Yeah, like
rebuilding
you know how
water.
lemon juice can like counteract like some burns, some chemical
It
burns.
could be that, yeah.
Yeah, it could be
Sort of like
base.
a base to the acidic.
Some plane travelers with elemental kinks keep just going around barren
Traveling to
worlds,
like-
messing with stuff.
Or like if you dip vials into it, you have like vials of acid resistance from the water.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Like an alchemical mixture that naturally just occurred next to the giant lake. Maybe that's something for my turn. I don't-
All right, Corinth.
All right. Let's see do some. It's going to be to the right side, John.
Okay.
Just a little that big island. That big island area has the rolling hills and desert on it. I'm going to be in this middle section of it right here.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to do some happy little trees, happy little forest.
Happy little trees.
Come here. I was able to reset the colors. Come here. All right, we got a little happy little tree forest right over here. I'm good to go.
All right, so John actually beat me to the idea I had for the volcano after D made this into an acid volcano.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to expound upon John's idea. So this portal to the elemental
Sorry.
plane of acid is only open because the portal is the open maw of this ancient elemental acid dragon, which its open maw is what's spilling everything through this portal and creating this giant lake in this volcano. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and say that this plane comes from a dragon. So if you guys want to make other planes from dragons too, and that's how we can utilize our dragons in this campaign, I would be cool with that. But this portal comes directly from this ancient being.
That's pretty odd. Like this giant, massive, like world-sized dragon.
Yeah, and it's just constantly spewing acid. So all acid in this world comes from that source. You know, not from this volcano, but from that entity. You know.
Kind of like a primordial creature, a primordial
At the
entity.
core,
An
maybe
entity, yeah.
trapped at the core of the world, whose acid gets past its chains but doesn't break them.
I do kind of like the thought process there, where we have this connection of the elemental with dragons.
Yeah.
I like.
It'd be an
where that's
interesting way to
going.
use them. You know, it'd be a different way to use them. So the dragons you'd see in a typical D&D settings, they're just like kind of avatars or pieces of like these planes maybe. It's like a red dragon comes from the elemental plane of fire or is connected to it, and that plane of fire comes from an ancient entity that's a dragon.
Yeah, I like that concept. All right, John.
Yeah.
Like a proto dragon or something like that.
Yeah, proto or like I don't know, primal. I like primal. I think that's a good term too.
Primal's a good word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about dragons and stuff. Like this is good.
Yeah. One idea just spins the entire thing off the rails and sends us into thinking about a whole new set of ideas.
So
I mean, we already kind of. We now have this acid dragon. That's an interesting concept. We have the beginnings of what could be possibly like a magma dragon. We do have this giant mountain range. It could be like the frost drake, the frost dragon, frost worm, something like that.
You can even do it with the earth too. You know, like an earthworm.
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of interesting ideas floating around with this.
Maybe that metal island has something to do with some kind of metal dragon. You never know.
It could be. I mean, the entire thing could be dragons. John, do you have any ideas of what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to this island right here.
Same thing you keep asking us. Left, right.
I'm
Bottom
sorry. Bottom middle.
See the ping.
Bottom middle.
Yep. Seeing your ping.
Okay, so I'm going to say that that's an island like Cyprus. Very like almost near perfect temperate Mediterranean, sprawling like just low level hills and nice. I'm just gonna paint the whole island as like a Mediterranean
just paint it.
paradise.
Particularly
Well, you guys
whatever.
paint it. I want to be moving around to the next folk.
That's interesting. I like that. So that entire island, you're making it kind of this temperate, almost paradise, right?
Yeah, almost like a
If Greece was one giant island.
if Greece was one giant island. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, like it's the best parts of Greece, one giant island. I figure.
So
Party
if
one's
you
gonna be the other
if you had to like pick the exact opposite of that, what would it be?
Russia. Any place in the USSR. Pick one.
Siberia.
Just pick one. Just throw it. Just throw a dart at Russia. Sorry to all of our Russian
the
viewers.
worst imagined fictional
Just-
bog.
Siberia.
The worst imaginable fictional bog. Because it's worse than Siberia. In Siberia, you just get cold and your toes fall off. In a bog, it's like you can't take a step without like breaking your ankle.
Or Tennessee.
All right, so
man, the tiny woods are nice.
where the island that John just picked out is this paradise, right?
Yeah.
The island that is exactly to its right is just this giant, fetid, swampy bog. It is the source of any stinging, biting, terrible insects that end up over in Cyprus. It is just the worst place to possibly be.
England.
Never stops raining.
Oh no! I mean, it's got the muggy, terrible rains because it's still in the same climate range as Cyprus, apparently. But it's just the least enjoyable version of that. So we're just going to turn this entire island over here into this big, boggy, nasty.
So Greece currently.
Yes.
I'll stop.
Terrible place to be, you know. And then we got Cyprus over here. I'm just going to draw some squiggles on it. Again, we're finger painting on these maps. By the time we come back to this, by next week, we will have the map all prettied up, and it'll be primed for us to start building our grander story of races and monsters and epicness. But since we're not there right now, I'm passing the ball over to Corinth.
I think this version, just real quick, is going to have a lot of the races that we start developing in the future are going to be directly related to like the landscape and how it is that exact area.
Oh yeah, I mean, clearly, if you build anything that grows up in that little fetid area out there, they're going to be tough as nails.
Yeah.
Whereas the people in the paradise may be thriving, but easily conquerable. You never know, because they're just used to paradise. So, bottom left side, it's going to be the area around your giant church. I like the idea of the area. I'm going to go ahead and make a big bog area around it.
A what area?
A bog. I like
a bog.
You start using bog.
So it's a bog that leads to the deep trench into God only knows.
Yeah, it's a lot of water, nasty. It's super humid. It's densely forested. The mud is thick. It's gross. It's just a nasty place to be. But, if you're a swampy, lovey kind of person, it may be a paradise. So, but that's what I got. I like the idea of a boggish area. And I will pass.
All right. Yeah, I noticed this time around when we're playing with the map, we're a little mountain light. Last time we had mountains all over the darn place.
I wish I put some mountains in, but right now, you gotta do some other stuff.
You gotta play with it a little bit before we start throwing all these mountain chains in.
So where John's Greece is, these islands here in the middle, I want to put this giant Saranka. Yeah, across all these islands here, there's a giant canyon that kind of splits through them.
Oh, through all of them?
Through all of them, like a giant crack in the world.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Like the great chasm.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
Yeah, because some of it's going to be underwater. That's going to be interesting.
I think we're doing some buffering, by the way, but it seems like it's still pulling through. But we're getting some skipped frames, so it looks like
we will have to work out the internet issues or the upload issues.
Yeah, I can't see what the final YouTube product looks like right here because I have everything else in the known world open.
Hey, that's why I already said I'm gonna. As soon as Starlink comes out, I'm going for that. That way I can get some decent internet out in the country.
It
So,
can be quite rough.
so whose turn is it now?
It's my turn. I'm a
Trying to
little
figure out
bit
what to
trying to figure out what we're doing here. What I need to come up with for
There's
concept.
so much that the gods have done to this world for nothing and no one. Why did we do all this work if there's no one here to enjoy it?
Enjoy is a rough word because some of these places are not going to be enjoyable.
They're here for your accent, dude. They're not here for you. Do your walking. Do
No,
your
I'm
walking.
just saying like the.
Come on. He does these wonderful impressions. He sounds just like the real people.
Underappreciated.
You see this
Gods
this
creating
island?
worlds.
It's on the left side. I'm gonna grab the pinging tool real quick. This island over here on the left side
Okay,
of
I
the
see it right up
the center chain. It looks like an upside down
That guy.
bull's horn or bull skull almost,
Yeah, it does, actually.
right?
Yeah, it does kind of.
Yeah, actually,
it
it
kind
really
of looks like
does
an
kind
upside
of.
down bull skull.
Seemingly.
I really like the
That's
look
what the
it
Minotaurs
has.
live, you
I'm gonna throw a series of mountains that are
Looks
gonna
like
go
Africa too.
out into the ocean.
Oh.
And they're what is a really white stone other than marble?
Limestone.
Quartz?
Limestone?
Yeah, limestone's very like.
Limestone's very light.
Yeah,
Limestone.
very light.
Yeah,
Calcite.
so it's just an oddly
Those are minerals,
misplaced
so they're not
series of limestone mountains that come off the top of that upside down island.
Oh man, I want to modify that.
On your turn, you'll definitely be able to
I
play.
think you
with
got.
it.
I think you got skipped anyway, John, because I went and then John and then. Steve.
Oh, I did.
He
Skip
just said.
it.
He said, "Who needs to hear what John has to say?"
Actually, if he hasn't been rotating around the order, then I've been skipped more than once.
Oh man, look at that.
I just assumed he was rotating the order. No, I was gonna say is I want to take the tops off those mountains, and I want to make them tiered. Like, what do you think? Like, I don't want to do it if it's you've got a place you're going with this, but I would like to make them like almost like tiered plateaus.
Steps?
Yeah, but they're like
Do you want
large,
them
like
tiered on the way in or tiered on the way out?
like on the way up, right? Like on the way
Wait,
up.
I
to the
mean,
island?
going away from the island or
Or toward
the
the center of it.
What do you guys
Yeah.
think? I'm not sure. I think
Well,
like
do
towards
you want them curved, or are you saying like you just want them like ziggurats?
like imagine if the mountain, but at the top it's just like it's going up, but the top's just shaved off, and then it gets larger as it goes towards the island or away. Like
So
it's just
plateaus.
like a plateau, but of rock, of solid, like
Like,
just
nothing
rock.
came by and cut the tops of the mountains off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like obelisk almost, like just
I like it. I like it.
Interesting.
large.
I'm not
stone
sure how I'm going
plateaus.
to represent that with our mapping tool.
I like
but
I like them going out into the ocean, like
Like-
steps
like
down
go-
into the ocean.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that too.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
like
the biggest at this outer island and you go down on the way out towards the water.
Yeah, or you could do one side going up and one side going down. That could be interesting too.
That'd be
Like,
Wait,
like a
wouldn't that-
staircase.
that would be symmetrical though, right?
Yeah.
Or do you mean like that and then like
Kind of like the rest of the world, how there's two sides to it. One going up towards, the sky and one going down towards the sea.
I don't know where to sit on that. What do you guys think? Like, do you
I like the
going up to
steps
the
going
side?
towards the sea. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so going down towards the sea on both sides.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of gives a man. Imagine a race that just like happens upon that is like what?
Clearly, because clearly the gods did this.
Yeah, it's not even like this isn't even naturally made.
It's like four guys were sitting around making a map.
Yeah, it kind of does sound like it, doesn't it?
What the hell is that?
Craziness. All right, so that brings us back to Corinth. Corinth, go ahead and take it away.
Oh, sorry, let me get off this extra large.
Ah, more mountains. Yeah.
Yes. Get some separation.
We're getting some separation. Oh, Lord. Oh, why are they red mountains?
Can we use red arrow here? So just easy.
Okay.
Where's
fine.
this at?
I just figured it's the top left portion of the map next to the Lake of Acid.
And just west of the Lake of Acid.
Yes, sir.
And then it's like an open area. It's more of like a semicircle mountain range. It's not a full mountain range. It's like a semicircle.
Okay. Do you have any ideas for the middle of your semicircle, or you better get it jacked?
People are gonna jump on it. You put it out.
I do. I put it out there. I am good or whatever because what happened with the freaking acid dragon. So I'm good with that. So that's the whole point: is we throw shit out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
All right, son of Pookie.
So about that mountain clearing. So,
Giant river.
A giant river. I
Yeah.
like it. We haven't done any rivers yet. It's like we just forgot they exist.
well, I mean, this has got a lot more like islands and lakes and stuff. It's not.
Oh yeah, no, it's got a lot of stuff going on. It's not quite as plain Jane as our test map. That's for sure.
It's a lot more shit going on here.
I might need to get the system down here a little bit too. Yeah, that's it.
All right, that's gonna bring us to John. What are you doing, Johnny boy?
John's taking a look real quick. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a kind of a parallel. Okay, so your coniferous forest was the one on the far right island in the middle. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to it now because I have to continually zoom in until I can bring it over, which is fun. That, right? Boop. It's coniferous?
Yes, like coniferous. Yeah, that's a coniferous forest.
Okay, now this one over here that you made, Damien, is what type of forest?
Just general, like, probably forest, maybe starting to get into jungle, but more just regular forest.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a forest too. I'm going to put one right up here. Going to about, like, that far from the edge, Steve, around, like that. Like,
I'm not sure where you're pinging.
top right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, yeah, and so I just moved back to.
That's up in the hot area. Remember that.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I want it to be a decently large forest as far as actually, you know what? Maybe I just don't want to take the risk of doing this. So something like.
Stand by.
Well, every time I interact with Roll20, I feel like we're skipping frames even more. So that area right there, I would like to make really tall, thin, piney woods. Like the kind of forest you can stand in, and if you hit the right angle, you can see for like hundreds of yards.
All trunk and all the grass, all the trees are really tall.
Yeah, all the trees are really tall and thin.
Okay.
Thin, like Tennessee. Tall, piney woods.
Tennessee is further south.
That's where my marsupial races are gonna go, right in there. You watch. Straight Tennessee.
I swear to God, if we have another damn platypus race.
Bro.
Okay. I'm gonna add
First thing to
another.
make.
I'm gonna add
Round one,
another
dude.
chain of volcanoes
Okay.
because I
And,
have an
where
idea
at?
now. It's gonna be along the central glacial wall. They're also going to be dormant, like the last round.
What side of the map? So I can
Left
show our
side.
audience. Okay, right there. I see him. There we go. So, Corinth, don't lie though. You wouldn't have minded playing a blind platypus monk.
And with that, I'm gonna pass this back to Corinth, and
I'm not sure I would have, but I have a friend named Shane, and Shane would definitely do that because he loves to play crazy characters.
Can you
He
imagine?
would have been all about that.
Can you imagine hand to hand? Plus, I have a poison stinger with a con save. Haw.
So I really like this dark
Poor
seedy
Rivers.
stuff going on. So I'm going to be over on the left, volcanic line show he's got going on over here. I like the idea that it is really, because of all the heat going on, there's actually some little, it needs to be bigger, little splashes here that are like forest areas that are actually, growing well because
Inside
of all
of the heat.
yeah, near the heat area. There's actually like a natural spring oasis area. Or not like an oasis, but like hot springs and stuff like that. And while it is nasty and sooty, if you can get past that, the waters here are, you must purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka or whatever it was. So something like that. And just like the idea of lots of different little happy little
Steve,
trees.
I didn't catch what you were saying there.
Oh, so basically,
No, not you, Corn. Steve commented back, but we didn't hear him.
Yeah,
There you
no,
go.
I accidentally muted my microphone because I was playing with that bag of chips. No, I said you're putting a little bit of greenery around all of my volcanoes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
No need to be
Yeah.
string.
Eat it.
Like I said, because the cold area, it's actually all the water and the steam is actually made an area where it's actually kind of like this wet, nasty, marshy area.
So, Liquor of Faces, I don't know if you guys know, that's Carlisle, right? Travis? Or am I not supposed to dox folk?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, fuck. Just because I don't know if Son of Pookie has seen him in a long time. You know Liquor of Faces? Anyway, he just said that the stream keeps freezing, and I'm getting a lot of skipped frames detected over here. 65% in the last 2 minutes.
It's probably
Just
because
let you
we're
guys
both
know.
streaming off of the same internet.
Our producer will get right on that.
We got one?
It's gonna be a
You guys hired one?
it's
Dope.
The best one.
I can take
it's
off.
gonna be a problem for this stream. It's something that we'll try and address by next stream.
Sorry.
John will take care of it. You're good, dude.
I hope I
You're pulling
didn't
double duty.
screw up when I just...
But that
Cool.
does bring us
Like
to
an
Son of
idiot.
Pookie.
Especially not now.
Yeah.
Did you hear me though, Son of Pookie? Who's
No,
in the
what'd you
chat
say?
room?
Who?
I doxed him once. I can't do it again, man.
It's a liquor or someone. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know who this
Lance's bro.
Oh,
There you go.
Travis.
Well, I didn't want to dox him again.
Oh my God! I just doxed him. I'm sorry,
I don't
Liquor of
know.
Faces.
I don't know the...
I'll never ever check this channel out again, you bitches.
I'm sorry, I can't curse. You pieces of... Hey, what's
Are
up,
we?
Liquor
This is
of
not
Faces?
recommended for children.
Oh,
So-
man. Who cursed? I didn't curse. Did I
No,
curse?
I think we can, right? I don't... This ain't cable.
You know what? I'll test it. Shit.
Yeah, it came through.
Oh,
It came
Lord.
through. I totally
Oh
heard
my
it.
God.
Okay, so-
we're gonna get canceled, guys.
We have the spots of life around our volcano. Where we moved off after that.
I'm
right.
thinking, sorry.
Because one way at the end of this, we will have a full recording that is saved. If the producer wasn't also an idiot.
What was that?
It's okay. Just relax and have fun.
It's all
Cool.
good, dude. You're good.
So whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
Okay,
Son of
sorry.
Pookie is currently thinking up an idea. He hit us with some
Are
awesome
you
rivers
good?
last time.
Court?
All right, these islands here.
Okay. The islands
this is-
on the
this is all-
elevated mountain.
This is all elevated, right? So I want to make
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this like marshland, like low,
Where is this
low,
at, guys?
like slightly below sea level.
The center of the map, north,
Oh, I see. Over
Northern
there.
center?
Sorry, the ping was
Right.
making it into the ocean color.
So it's got this big looming forest above, and this is all like bog or marshland. All these
like salt marshes, like a
Yeah, salt
giant
marshes.
salt marsh.
like they get covered when the tide comes in. They uncover when the tide goes out.
It's kind of cool.
That's my turn. I don't know if you want me to mark it.
I'll be able to do it on the map once we
What happens when the
get
tide
over
comes
to having the.
Sorry, I was on technical.
What happened to what?
When the tide comes in? I'm sorry, I was on technical.
They get covered and uncovered.
Oh, okay, cool. Dope.
Like like roads
Like
where you
yeah.
drive to an island, how
Yeah.
it becomes uncovered.
Yeah, dope.
It's a salt marsh that different times of the year is more exposed and not exposed. It's a interesting area. I'm looking forward to the high age of piracy we're going to have out here.
So that's
All right,
me then?
John.
Okay, so I want to
Yeah,
do
that's
something
you.
with this thing that Corinth did. So what I'm going to look at here is over in this range of mountains, I'm going to say the reason that life is here, the hot springs help, right? But I mean, they're not life, but the reason I mean like deciduous life is here is because of the positioning of the volcanoes. I just saw Liquor of Faces' messages. So, because
What did he say?
he said, "Dox me more. Yes, dox me harder.
Dox me harder. Sorry.
Okay, so the reason is because of the positioning of these volcanoes, it creates a jet stream of air that actually hidden, like because there's so much soot in the air in the area in the air that if you get into it though and you're able to get into it, there's a jet stream like in the air that keeps the soot out of like this little area there, like just where those the little forest patches are. Corinth, I don't got your audio.
Yeah, I can't hear you, dude.
No, you muted
probably-
yourself.
It was probably a gym. It's gone now.
Oh, sorry. Oh my god. I said, yeah, have fun drawing that fucking jet stream.
What?
Yeah. The jet stream.
Yeah. What about a jet stream?
How the hell is he even drawing a jet stream on that map?
Yeah. Good
Get
luck drawing the air currents.
I don't know. Get like a semi-transparent
All
white.
right,
And just,
I've been playing around with this chain of volcanoes and stuff, and originally when I threw those mountains up before John had the idea to step the mountains, we said it was limestone, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm taking the limestone portion of that back. It's actually dragon horn,
Nice.
and this entire island here, the entire
dragon
thing,
skull.
is actually the skull of the primordial magma dragon.
Ooh.
Like the top of it, like a crown of it going back into the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah. No, and it's not like the desiccated skull or anything. It's like the bone plate at the top of the. I mean, it's got vegetation and stuff growing on it, but it looks like the chain of volcanoes might be the ridges of its wing expanse, maybe.
Dude, and the volcanoes are the ends of its wings, the talons of its wings
Yeah.
are these volcanoes.
Nice.
And so that means that the acid pool goes down and then it kind of comes under over here somewhere. I'm assuming, or so you know what I mean, like that
Different dragon.
Oh.
Dragon.
Magma dragon, acid dragon.
magma dragon, acid dragon. My bad.
That's
That's 5,000.
Nick with hot the magma.
Oh yeah, so that's what I'm doing to the world since we've got this dragon thing going on. I really like the theme.
Now I'm just walking around looking for more dragon-like elements.
Thank you, son of Pookie, for that awesomeness.
Yeah.
And with that addition to the world, it's time to pass the ball back over to Corinth.
I need to stop
right.
moving this around, or I'm gonna make the viewers sick.
So the mountain, that semicircle mountain to the left of the pool of acid, that area that's not a mountain is actually a shallow lake that pours into the ocean. It's probably about 100 feet deep.
Where is this?
Yeah, where is it?
In the center of the semicircle mountain range to the west of the lake of acid.
No, you're adding another big lake there?
It's basically, you could like cross it, like if you go across the mountains and across it by water, it's about 100 feet deep, but it's actually a semi freshwater, saltwater area. Like it's not as salty as some areas, but it's not clearly freshwater.
It's a bay.
Yeah, it's a bay. Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. I was like, there's a geographical term here that I can't remember.
I am. That left island kind of looks like an axe head.
Oh.
I'm trying to move around too much too quick, but man, if everybody in the comment section's being crushed by big, yeah, I know, right? It's because they don't want to hear us. They're trying to suppress us. They're trying to slow our stream. Actually, it's working. Now we're only at 33% skipped frames. My goodness.
Yeah, great.
That's
dude.
1/3 of all frames.
Yeah. That's all right. They could skip 1/3 of everything that we say.
Well, I was about to say, the only thing that sucks is too bad it wasn't direct to what the camera's doing, because I'm putting like 60 frames on the camera, so that'd be like 20 frames. I'm like, I can deal with that. But I'm sure they're getting like 1 frame every 2.6 seconds. So, if the audience, though, sees anything as I'm scrolling around this map, please feel free to text in, and eventually we'll get that message, and we'll be able to see what's going on.
All right, son of Pookie.
Well, I liked your idea so much, Steve. I think I'm going to make this giant glacial mountain range I made.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to stick up in the air like the end of a tail.
Uh-huh.
So it's like the frost dragon's tail is what this mountain is here in the center.
All right. Are you planning on having the head pop up somewhere?
Maybe. I don't know.
Boy.
It's the tail, bro.
It's just the tail. It's laying right next to the sleeping or possibly dead magma dragon.
Yep.
All right.
I see another dragon. I see one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that southern.
Well, it's your turn.
I know shit all about dragons.
Oh, that's okay.
Just make it up as you go. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
It could be any kind of dragon you want, dude.
Yeah, but wow, it actually really does though. Okay, so like if you go to the bottom island in the middle, right? The left side of that middle island at the very bottom looks like a dragon's head on the side. If you follow that all the way back, down its neck and center body, you actually see a claw on the back from the back leg over there. On the right
You
side.
talking about right here?
Look at
The
that.
bottom island chains.
Yeah, there's the leg.
Yeah.
There's your dragon.
God.
So why don't you make
It's funny.
I'll be quiet.
It's funny. This entire thing did not start with the idea of
Yeah,
dragons.
dragons
but
at
if you
all.
look around this map long enough, you can pull out all sorts of dragon-like images.
So what kind of dragon would be responsible for a bog? That'd be a black dragon, but that's acid, right? So
Yeah.
what would be responsible? Because over here we have this deep water and this bog, nearby. So
Stop thinking traditional.
what would
Yeah,
be
we
di-
haven't said-
What would be even
That's a
I'm
magma
not talking
dragon.
about
That doesn't mean it's red or anything else.
I'm not talking. Well, yeah, but I just meant like I don't know any dragons that are bog-like, but I wouldn't want to associate it with acid.
What if the bog comes from like the loss of life? So how you put your portal here that goes to nothing? Maybe it's like a shadow dragon,
Like a
or
death dragon or some sort. Or
a
something
death
like that.
dragon.
Yeah, that'd be
Dracolich. Yeah, like an undead, or not maybe not undead, maybe like the opposite of
negative
life.
energy.
Negative energy.
Negative
Yeah.
energy dragon. And this would be one hell of a. I also like the idea. I don't know of it being no, because we.
It'd be a great spot for the Earth Dragon too.
Yeah, because of the bottom right, but it'd also be a great spot for water because we have this huge thing.
Yeah, I was going to
here.
suggest that the bog could just be from the water dragon. It could just be like different aspects of it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Before I even do the dragon thing, there was an idea I had earlier. I want to go back to right. So I want to turn this bottom left island here. I want to make more layers around it. So we have this deep, deep water, and that turns into this boggy marsh, land, right? And then beyond that, I wanna put thinning trees, and actually this kind of goes with the negative energy. It kind of works a little bit blighted from all of this. Actually, no. Would it be blighted, or it could do mangrove type stuffs?
I mean, it would probably be more mangrove.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
because
but it doesn't have to
pretty
be.
fresh stuff like water.
Let your
nothing has to be.
imagination run wild. It can be whatever you want, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we really have a lake of acid, so like, go with it.
Okay, so I know what I want then. So that's bog, right? So once you get out of the bog, I want to turn it into like the upper. I want to take it to that next section of swampland that comes.
Okay.
You know, like when you move out of the bog and into like northern New Orleans, where it's just like the water's really thick in the water table at any given time. Floods easy. Trees. The only trees you really see are kind of like bigger.
Marshland. Is that?
Yeah, like a bog. It goes from a bog into more of a dead marsh. Like what's
more habitable, right? Is what you're looking for.
A little bit
Like
more
someplace for
habitable,
things to
like
actually live.
movable, but not really livable. Whereas that bog would probably be like near. Well, I mean,
So
for
maybe
most creatures.
maybe a place like Orleans that's built on levees and
Yeah. If there
or
was
vineyards,
anybody
it's
with
like built above it.
yeah, if anybody were to build there,
Habitable.
yeah, if anybody were to build there, they'd have to construct a way to build there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far out do you want to go?
About as thin as it is there, and then we'll see what happens to the island then.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna. Like it's not that there's like for instance there's trees, but they're large trees because small trees can't hold root long enough in the shifting kind of soil stuffs.
Like that, dude?
Yeah.
Or do you want thicker?
That's fine. It's for indicator
It's
for the
about
map.
50 or 60 miles of it.
Yeah.
On the same island, I'm just going to add a big mountain range all along the northern coast.
So if that other island is a dragon, they were doing some weird kink stuff on this planet. Draco Lich. Oh yeah, the shifting.
Also,
That would be cool idea. Yeah, I like that.
bring that mountain chain over here as well.
Liquor of Faces. Do you mean the one on the far right over there? Whee. I wish I could bring it up.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna add that chain of mountains to the top end there, and with that, I'm gonna pass the ball back over to Corinth and see what crazy ideas you guys come up with. While I'm just kind of looking at this map, trying to get some ideas.
By the way, are we not supposed to be using real names? Because I've called you guys by your real names like multiple
It's fine.
Yeah, but
I don't care if people know I'm Damien. It doesn't bother me.
That's fine.
Don't be like BCC something. And
I wish
said
y'all would have
BBC.
said that. But I redid
You can call me
everything
BBC.
on the OBS.
Yeah, right?
I mean BCC. I'm sorry.
I,
I don't know where that came from.
Don't Google BBC. So,
Don't Google BBC.
so
right side,
BCC. It's bull quarters printer.
so far right side, bottom area, that big, almost looks like a reindeer dancing. I don't know. That's the best way to describe it.
Where's the reindeer dancing? Where's the reindeer?
the audience will not see how
Here?
that's a reindeer dancing because I have to zoom in to bring it over. But I can see how it's definitely like Rudolph
Okay, I kind of see what we're
about
talking
to take it in the
about.
face.
Reindeer dancing.
Yeah, that's
The bottom right or left, right hand side of the map.
Yeah.
Bottom right hand.
This one here?
I apparently don't know my left and my right.
Yeah.
Now all the way down at the bottom.
You're one.
I'm so lost.
Okay, well,
It's
if
alright.
my audience is bear with me here for a second, I'm gonna go ahead and
It's
grab
gonna be
that and just
south
bring the whole map over
Of the
so that
it's gonna be
everybody can
south
see it.
of the freaking piney
Because that's more important.
wintry thing in the middle area.
Oh, yeah, see, I can only see part of the map. I got you. Dancing reindeer. Yeah, I
You
can
see
do
it
that.
now?
Yeah, I
Are
see
you
it.
are you actually watching the map?
I think
are
I
you
know
not
what
in
I think I know what
Roll20?
most of our audience sees when they look at this map.
Are,
But,
they,
you know,
are you
each their own.
are you looking at it through Roll20? Or are you looking at it through the broadcast? You're
Look
looking
at
at it through the
Roll20.
broadcast. How are you getting anything done?
What?
I'm looking at your Roll20.
I'm looking at the Roll20, dude.
Oh,
What are
then why
looking
couldn't
at?
you see the bottom right of it?
Our producer, ladies and gentlemen, our producer.
Well, no, I actually couldn't see the bottom right of it without resizing it in the broadcast.
I know. My stupid screen's not big enough for me to like have everything up, so I have to have windows. So like I'm missing.
Yeah, no, I actually had to zoom in. Either way,
Because I'm too poor to have a second screen. Unlike the rest of the big shots on the show.
$15 at Goodwill. So this other one over here on the right, just above that, I think it's the one Liquor of Faces might have been suggesting looks like a hurricane to make shifting islands, or maybe this.
What'd you do here,
That's kind of neat.
Corinth?
So that is a giant canyon.
Canyon. All right.
Somebody sliced Rude off in half.
That's right.
All right. We got a giant canyon running through dancing reindeer.
Dancing reindeer. Yeah, this is totally this right here. The middle section right. I totally see a hurricane.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
Holy
So,
shapes.
Oh,
are you done?
Now, how do you represent that on a map?
So we have
These islands
a
just
mouth,
move.
we have a head, we have wings, we have a tail. So John, with this island here, in the center of your nothingness, this whole island looks like a giant crystal iris, and it changes with the seasons and with different kind of polarities that happen during those seasons. It will change colors in different spots. So it's like a giant eye.
Where's this at? I'm sorry, I'm looking.
Right here, right in the middle of your nothingness.
Boy.
My nothingness. Oh, right there. Oh, okay, cool.
It almost looks like the iris, like an eye of something. Presumably a giant
I
dragon.
got some interesting ideas floating around this world now.
So Steve, just imagine like each spot being like a different kind of crystal, like maybe you have onyx
Yeah.
here,
Where is this at? I'm not seeing the ping.
topaz.
The bottom left hand, you know where you guys have the bog under the mountains I just added?
Okay.
So imagine it as an iris, and each one of these tiles is a different color, and they change.
Nice.
How about that one?
That's living metal.
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's an eye as well.
You could. I was thinking more. This is
Okay.
the eye,
I was
and
thinking
like
that's
this
the
is the
jaw.
mouth and nose. And Steve kind of made scales up here or horns, because this
I
whole
was
chain
thinking
here
that
looks
was
like a creature.
I was thinking that tail right there is for the tail from the other dragon. I didn't know. No, I just meant I see like another dragon, like a totally different dragon on the other side over here, symmetrical to the other
You could, yeah.
oculary.
I see this as like profile, like the side of its
Where
face.
like this would be the side of a face here, with like that's literally the jaw coming out right there, and then that's
Also,
the
this up here
eye
kind of looks like a downturned open mouth up here to the west.
to the west. Oh
the
yeah, right
horn coming
there.
off the
Yeah, right
front.
there. That the one I said it looked like an axe head. Yeah, that looks like it could be a mouth open.
That's my turn though. So, however you want to do that, Steve. You know what I'm saying. You got me though. You and I are in the same.
I got you. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that with the mapping tool. I'm probably going to end up having to take this map into Photoshop after I finish with just the Wonder Draft. But we got a lot of really cool stuff going on, and I've got some ideas that I'm not going to touch on until we get to that portion where we get to start playing with the story. But
Jeez.
man, this entire thing with one acid dragon has changed the entire feeling of this. This is making me think of like Eberron. Eberron's like a giant dragon. Now I'm thinking,
like a graveyard of these primal creatures that this world kind of formed.
Yeah.
yeah, almost something like that, maybe.
The world was born out of the result of a large battle
Yeah,
of massive
whatever
forces.
battle or war, right? You know, whatever.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of primordial dragons went and duked it out with something, and their dead bodies congealed into a world.
And you remember we had talked about the body of like a dead god
Yeah, floating in space.
floating around too as like a second moon. Maybe that's what they thought.
Maybe the dead god essence is split into two different sides, and that's our suns. Who knows? We'll see.
No. Yeah.
We'll see. But right now we're gonna be going over to John's opportunity to do some crazy stuff to this map.
Well, I'm gonna go
Bring
ahead.
the crazy.
Well, I'm actually tamping it back down a tiny bit here because I'm gonna go right here. You see it right there in the middle,
Okay.
along that. And this is all still mostly ice top stuffs, right? I'm assuming. Like, okay. So out of the ice in the northern parts here, and here, and here, jagged, almost like spikes of his obsidian, long, almost like sci-fi film level of like, you know, like a 200-foot
almost
spike
obsidian
of
needle?
obsidian coming out of, like, yeah, almost like a needler, like the back of a needler gun or something. Like that's the landscape right there of just obsidian shooting out.
Can you ping that one more time for me?
Right here, along that ridge into
And
this.
like the entire island, or just up that ridge?
Up this ridge, like here, maybe down here. Yeah, like all the way up that. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a field of it, or more, like a.
Okay. Okay.
What's up?
Nothing.
See, I like this idea. I'm going to take and this. That's frozen. I'm gonna grab like I'm just gonna do this in purple. But this entire area here, north, the top right hand side of the map is just a giant coral reef that extends along that portion of the ocean up there. And by giant, I mean however big we end up deciding these hexes are,
It's
it
big.
pretty much covers a line of hex, almost making any future sea travel to the coastline there, at least from the deep ocean, a perilous or impossible task. Corinth.
You'll have to bear with me. Suddenly my left eye started stinging really bad.
Yeah,
so it's
you might
fine.
want to go to the bathroom and look at, like looking at it through the camera. It looks like it's swollen on the bottom side, like you got bit or stung by something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
For it to go up that quick.
Let me go deal with this real quick. Let me deal with that, and I will come back. So,
Do you have any allergies, bro?
I don't know. I've been fighting COVID, so
You have brand new
Well,
ones.
no, I just like
Exciting.
2 minutes ago I looked up and your eye wasn't like, you know, and now I look and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, go wash
That
your
was
eye
quick.
out, dude.
Yeah.
wait a second. All right, left side.
Yeah, I've used Incarnate before. Oh, sorry. I'll let you finish your thing.
Left side right here. I'm gonna do just some mountains and I will come back to that.
And we're what side?
Left side,
Left side?
northern top around the hooky
Northern
part.
Okay.
Strong side.
Strong side.
Strong side.
Okay.
Oh, right there. I see. Oh, similar to the
All
other
right, and I'll be good. I'll be back in just a few
Yeah, you
minutes.
take care of that, bro. Okay, hey, so while he's gone, yes, 3 screens. You can get 5 screens. You can get as many screens as you want. $15. Goodwill. No joke. Awesome. Looks like Rudolph got hit by a car. Yeah, I've used Incarnate. Has anybody here used Incarnate? Steve, you've used Incarnate, right? The online web applet version. I mean, I used it when it was on. I don't know if it has its own program now, but it wasn't a web applet. And with Logic's asking if that's something similar to the story behind WoW. The world full of dragon stuff.
The dragons thing?
I have no
I
idea.
mean,
Yeah, I don't.
WoW has the primordial dragons, but I don't believe that is their creation mythos.
Oh yeah, they're just so they're just like yeah, but a lot of things have primordial dragons.
Yeah, I
right?
wanted to ask you about the other day, dude. Remember how you said Mind Flayer is oh, we shouldn't say Mind Flayer. Remember how
No,
like
no,
No, you
we
can say
copyrighted.
it. You just
No,
can't
but
put
I mean,
anything behind a paywall.
Like, I was playing Hearthstone, and like Mind Flayers are like all over Hearthstone. So did Blizzard just pay for the right to do that, or do they just not give a fuck?
Well, they didn't. They don't call them mind flayers or lithids, right?
No, they do. It's literally called Mind Flayer. It's on the card, dude. Like
Then,
the word. And the creature looks like a Mind Flayer. Yeah, you can look it up.
Then there's probably a legitimate claim there, and if they don't, then that means that in the future, anybody else who uses an illithid could say, "Well, you didn't sue them, so."
I'm thinking they
How
must
can
have
you
paid
sue
for
me?
the right, although I don't.
I don't know how you do that for your competitor, especially in your actual like something you sell, like direct.
Maybe
competitor.
WotC's just gonna buy him out, bro. They own everything now. Everything you love about RPGing, it's all WotC.
No, there's a bunch of third-party
was
publisher
owned by
groups
Hasbro.
that try to bend people over. I have an idea for what I want to
Monster?
do on mine for sure.
In for D, right?
Yeah, I haven't played since Burning Crusade. Somebody's asking. I said they hadn't played since Kung Fu Pandas.
I hear everybody was complaining about the newest expansion, or a lot of people were.
Dude, at this
Like,
point in time, to me, it's Land Before
Did it
Time.
actually
I don't know how
come
many
out
there are.
already?
Yeah, but there was like a 2-day delay on launch for a lot of people. Like nobody could get on servers for like almost the whole day. So good job.
Wow.
How you run your company, dude.
Wow.
So this is Are we waiting on Corinth to get back for the world so nobody gets behind, or?
Yeah, that's what I thought we were doing.
Cool. Just making sure. Just double check.
I hope he still has an eye.
Yeah, I hope he washes out, man. That's why I thought it might have been a sting or something, because that was quick.
I don't know. I think did you stop streaming?
No. Skip frames detected is 100% over the last 2 minutes.
Cool.
Hey, man, well, I don't know how, you know,
It's not your
in
fault,
case
dude.
they're,
I'm just messing. I'm totally messing with you. I could not do a better job, so I'm just giving you a little shit.
I guess I could take it that way. I know what I'm doing on
I'm
my
just
turn.
I'm just
Alright.
messing with you, bro.
Alien solution for the win.
Yeah, for real.
Don't listen to me. I'm just a fat idiot in a red shirt.
Bear claw and Twinkie kind of world.
Yeah, we're just 3 bear claws and a Twinkie in the box.
Poor John.
That's right. Sponsored by
Hey,
your
it just
local
means I have
bakery.
a lot of shelf life.
Yeah, bro, we could use you forever.
Oh.
There's gonna be a lot of bear claw up in that Twinkie. Woo!
I don't like getting clawed.
But you got that milky, that
Tal-
creamy sinner.
Talon only. Talon only. Talon only. Talon only. No, I don't go full claw.
Nothing we waited for you.
Okay,
Dude.
so Sun, it's on Sun, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's me. Son of Poopy, according to Corinth. All right. Oh man, there's so much stuff left to do. How long are we doing this for?
We've got about another 30 minutes or so, and then
We're taking our first break.
we were going.
Or do you mean the
till,
first stage?
Who needs breaks, dude?
Yeah.
Or Joey, did you just mean the first age and landscape stuff?
Yeah, I meant the first age. Well, isn't this the pre-age?
This is the pre-age. We're probably
We
not
like to
gonna...
open up with a little pre in this game.
Yeah.
The pretty cool age.
A little bit
Oh.
of pre for the lady.
No. I was figuring that we would get a lot of this done, and then
Or
with
the
our
dudes.
next broad-
I don't judge.
with our next broadcast, we would go into the actual first stage.
I hope that
my
didn't go
mind
mic
is-
too bad. Sorry, guys. I just have
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna draw some more rivers.
Dope.
We don't have many of those yet, so
Put some rivers over
I
here.
mean, we are surrounded by a shitload of water, but it is all mostly like salt water. Or is it salt water? Is it mostly fresh water? Like, what is it?
Yeah, it's a freshwater world. That'd be pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's a
actually,
difference.
that would be dope if all those spots were where it's salinated, right? Instead of that would be
Yeah.
dope.
Like
Maybe how-
tributaries,
Tributaries.
little tributaries.
Yeah. Played the demo.
All right. I'll put one over here.
Okay, before John starts a fire on accident. I'm really sorry, guys, if there's a heater going over the mic. I can't tell. It looks like there might be, but...
Why is your mic keep cutting out?
His mic always cuts out.
It's because I don't
he's
talk
not
loud
talking
enough.
into it.
That's why. I have a gentle...
When he was younger, we
twink-like
kept telling
voice.
him to be quiet, so he finally learned how to be quiet.
Yeah, and I stopped projecting, and because of that, like, now all y'all had to deal with this part.
Where have you like learned to harness your man voice?
Oh, I know. No, I did. I used to be in theater, and then he told me
And
to stop talking.
You
to
pointed
stop
off
talking
screen. What are you
loud.
talking about? Do we have a
Steve.
special guest?
the man.
I like the hair though, John, dude.
It's very Chris Cornell. I like it.
Did you say Chris Cornell?
I'm serious.
All right,
I like
so
blonde
you
hair.
added a bunch of rivers to the map.
Oh, yep, up
John,
here. I got
John,
you.
what are
Let me
you
get
doing?
These rivers up to them. I know what I'm doing. I want to go up to these rivers. Okay, so we got some rivers over here. You know. And then to get to the other river, I would have to. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go over here, right? This island over here that's raised up, right? So
Raised up?
This is raised up. So this is what's gonna happen here, right? So he's like just to get this right. Yeah. So that's all raised up like out of the water right there, like as it goes to the island. Okay. So when you get here and like as that drops off, it like drops off steep on the island side, and on the land side it goes down gradually and deep, like real gradual and step like
Real gradually deep.
and
Real deep.
real deep.
Yeah.
Y'all. Damn it.
Hey, we're keeping it clean-ish. We're doing all right.
Yeah, double entendre ain't an issue, right?
Is that right for double entendres? I don't think so.
Oh, we get in the chest, just the tip. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your joke didn't like you, so it stopped. Your joke bailed out on your bomb mid bombing.
Oh, that's great. Shit.
John threw an eye of the sun on the north of the world here. So on the south side, the bottom left hand, close to where the mile marker is. There's a little island over here with the gray sand dunes. Over here.
I see.
Yep. We're gonna put a second eye of the sun. Since we have two suns, this one has two eyes.
Oh, it's near the desert border too. Nice.
And never shall the twain meet.
For real.
But I'm going to double down with what I'm doing here. This eye of the sun is so intense that it has actually created a permanent river of liquid glass that bleeds off of the island into the oceans.
Nice. Nice.
You thought your art project was nice. Go.
I'm attacking him a pretty handsome young man. So,
I'm going to hate having to turn this into a prettier map.
Oh, it's gonna be
But this
fun.
is a really interesting world, so I'm going to also enjoy doing it.
I'm happy. All I gotta do is fix all of the broadcasting issues in the next week. I mean, this is all you gotta do is what, some map? Whatever.
You want to trade jobs?
No, I'm good. I'm gravy. I got like two
And
or
all
three
you
things to
have to
do.
do is tell dick jokes. You guys got screwed.
All right,
what, the real time or like?
Corinth, you're up, brother.
All right. So, we're gonna go the Eye of the Dragon thing down here, not the topaz thing. This part right here, bottom slightly left of the center. Yeah, right there.
Oh my
So,
god.
Let me. I'm like, what can I do to make John's life hell with all this moving around, zooming and shit? Like, oh, there we go. All right. So there's going to be a mountain. Actually, it's more like a giant volcano.
A super caldera.
Yeah, but instead of it coming out the top, it's going to like pour out the side. Like so it's caused like this river of magma.
And this
That moves into the
is
ocean.
right there.
That's a terrible drawing. That was done on purpose. So please just do as best as you can with that. You know, pass.
I so terribly want to draw something else on top of that and below it. But I'm not going to do that, dude, because that's immature. That's not what we're about.
All I'm seeing is chunks of like floating magma rock and chunks of floating glass are going into the infinity pool pit next to the diamond eye of doom.
Yeah, I'm sure that won't cause any problems later.
Perfectly fine. That water is totally safe to drink. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just thinking. I keep thinking about how people on other planes have to experience things when they're like, "Oh, look, there's a portal to some plane," and they go through it. and They're like, "Oh, what the hell is? Well, why would there be another portal 10 feet? What the? Who did this?"
Yeah, exactly. Why is there so much bad things on one plane? It's terrible.
All right, son
All
of
right,
Pookie.
Steve. Yeah, going with your and John's ideas. So, on this small island here, you're going to be
Ooh, there we go.
quadrant. And
Jan
this island
Vincent.
here. See where I'm pinging? To the west.
Okay.
No, I don't. Okay,
There are
one second.
these concentrated energy from the moons that orbit this planet shoot down these two spots.
Okay,
This
right
really
there.
Brilliant,
and right
brilliant
there.
moonlight.
So it's like a moonlight
So
death
I'm
trap
gonna try to
thing.
bring this on the screen for everybody to enjoy real quick. The wide map here, if it'll let me. Okay, so
Concentrated moonlight. This kind of radiant energy just constantly streams down
No.
on these two islands.
if everybody will just bear with. Boom.
Considered to be a sacred area by the elves that are not here yet, but you know.
Yeah, by the moon elves, dude.
By the moon elves.
Stretching the distance of one frame for our broadcast. I mean, literally to its limit. Those are the two islands involved.
Yeah, dude. Are you trying to go down to one frame?
Well, no,
One
I just
frame
mean
every
like
30
I had to resize everything to get that island and the other island to actually show up on the same screen at the same time.
Nice.
Maybe it's
Okay.
just different color.
So what I have to do is make shit difficult around here.
No, I love that idea though, especially with the eyes for the sun, and now we've got this.
I
Just
like
making
it. So what are you doing, Johnny boy?
I'm actually gonna dip into that idea from earlier because I really do like that idea. I think it's a kind of a neat idea, and it's gonna be so awesome to see you try to figure out how in the heck you're ever going to actually pull it off in a map to where people will know what the heck is happening. You'll understand in a second. You'll all understand in a second.
Whoa, this buildup, it better be good. We're gonna be shamed. We're gonna shame you, John.
Shame. I have to pull over the rest of the whole map. This is odd during broadcast. I might like preload 3 or 4 separate maps to bring up all at once in a web browser and then switch them through or
Yeah,
something.
that isn't a bad idea either.
Yeah, but that also means I'd have to have multiple instances of Roll20 connections, and at some point I'm just going to need like a T2. Okay, so right here, on the far right, we have these islands, these 4 islands right here. Now, I know that this is one that kind of looks like a hurricane over here to the left.
I will stab you in the gut.
That right there, but I kind of want to keep that. That's not because if the islands are rotating, right? Shouldn't there be 4 of them rotating around one stationary piece? Or like, or maybe
you
it
can
all
just say
rotates
those
on that
rotate, 'cause
axis.
There's no way I'm going to represent a rotating island.
You're breaking out Photoshop. I don't understand why you can't just put it into a GIF.
Draw arrows.
Come on, man.
Draw arrows, you asshole.
And motion
Come on,
animation.
Steve. Get
You're
up in
all
that
fired.
flash.
Magma.
And make a motion gif of the islands.
God, I'm
moving.
so sorry,
You're
guys,
all
that we're so
fired.
far.
You're all fired.
No,
It's-
you just put little arrows and it spins.
You can't fire me. I work for free.
That's right.
That's right.
I didn't sign no damn contract. I'm here to cause chaos.
I'm here whether you want me here or not.
That's right.
Just remember, you
Zach,
said you're
what are we
the one
doing?
working for free.
Where am I?
Actually, I have an idea of how I can represent rotating islands. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it was Travis's put it forth. It actually does look good. I like that idea. I
you
think
stealing other
he
people's
probably
ideas now?
intended this island for it to be done though, because it looks like a hurricane more maybe. But I know it can't be that one because he didn't actually see those island chains. But it's something I've been thinking about anyway. No, I think we actually mentioned it when we first picked the map. Remember, we're like, oh, it looks like those could be swirling around.
Yeah, we did. So I'm actually just going to piggyback off of Joey's idea.
Oh no, I've been doxxed.
Oh no, yeah. So you have the moonbeam, right?
Yeah.
So just under the swirling islands that John added, I'm going to also put a moonbeam right here.
Are there gonna be 4?
3.
Who knows?
3?
It'll be more. So there's 3 moons.
There's 36 moon dots. Really, what it is some guy went up to space to pull a prank and just put a prism.
We have 2 suns and 436 moons.
436.
That's right.
None of them are. You can't visit them. No. There's no way to get there. They're all developed.
Yeah,
Promise.
I think. But I'm not just adding. I'm not just adding a moonbeam. The entire island is covered in crystalline forest.
Nice.
Didn't think I would blame the French. I didn't think we could do the
Moon trees? Moon trees?
Yeah, moon trees.
Fucking moon trees.
Moon trees.
Trees.
So the entire island is this crystalline
solid white
forest vegetation, like all of it's made out of like crystal.
solid
Nice.
white.
Corinth.
That place is going to get.
I don't know which direction you are on the frame, so I'm just pointing everywhere.
He's to your
Is he this
bottom left.
Down there.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
so that's Steve. Which one
No,
are you to me?
no. You. I'm directly above you, Damien. And then Steve is to your right and up.
Steve is to my right now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then Jerry is.
Straight to your left. Yeah, you're looking at him right now. No, you're right. Sorry, you're right. It's left on the screen. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, that's Damien, Joey, and then
Okay,
that's
so I'm on the
Steve,
bottom
and then
left side.
yeah. Also, y'all understand
You're
that
on the top left.
you're
for
not
me.
facing your camera directly, Damien. So like when you point to the left, you're not actually pointing to the left. You're pointing
Dude,
at like
he
a 45 degree
prefers
angle.
his strong profile side.
Yeah,
We just
dude, I'd be showing that beard off too.
You're always trying to neg him, dude. That's his good side.
Where's my good
It's
side?
are you saying that's his only good
Strong
side?
side.
That's fucked up.
He looks like a younger Dan Fogler from this angle.
Have you seen him?
I think it looks better than Dan Fogler at this point.
I do too.
It's symmetrical. Like one of my ears is like way off on one side. Like,
Dan Fogler wishes that he was D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
yeah, you get more rolls.
Dan Fogler is amazing. All right, so I'm going to piggyback off this Hurricane Island idea over here. And the reason why it is spinning the way it is because, sure, I'll figure out how to do this. Hold on. So the water is actually magma in this area.
Magma.
The water is magma.
Yeah, like all this area. Hold on. I mean, so the
In the
water-
middle? In the middle.
Well, dude, why don't you make it? Why don't you make
You
it?
guys are killing that glacial
D.
wall.
D, why don't you replace the magma with like a glacial version of it? You know how like Levistius lives in hell and his hell is like so cold it's hot?
Liquid, like a liquid frosty bitten, like super frost. Like
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do hear that. Hold on.
it's as cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice my love.
Wow, that's terrible.
Hey man, you trying to get us pulled, dude?
Yeah, no, for real, what are you doing? God, Jesus, Joey. I mean, John, we discussed that music thing. All right.
Yeah, Joey, if you lost 200 pounds.
So, this is all,
Don't feel
this is
bad.
all-
You don't look so fat on the screen.
Oh, thank you. I just look half as fat. I appreciate that, dude. You really know how to give a guy a compliment.
That was the intent. Ugh.
That's okay. John,
Oh, you guys are something else.
On that note, so this whole area is like a thick sheet of ice. This is like all the land masses on this area, in this particular area, are actually on the ice, and they're all connected somehow.
I had an idea for how they're connected.
But that's why they're actually spinning on top of the ice. So
Oh,
they
on
have
top?
to be elevated.
So it's not
That's
like
awesome.
a it's
So
not,
they're
so
all-
it's not like a
they're-
slush. It's solid ice.
Yeah, it's a solid sheet of like super thick ice. And these land masses are actually grading with so super dense ice that the grading of these giant land masses doesn't even damage it.
So it's like a perma ice, like permafrost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the islands moving, they create like their own friction, so that's why they're able to move. So actually, there's heat all inside these islands next to where this ice shelf is that they're on top of. There would be immense amounts of heat.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, physics!
I had
Shut
a
up.
yeah. I had
Everything.
I had an idea that they could all the islands could go down to the same center, which is in my mind would be like right below that spot right there. Right,
I'm gonna
and then
raise-
right there
I'm
you could
gonna
put a cave in or
Well,
cavern
I
that
was
leads down
thinking the
to it.
reason why this island has those on it is because it's actually the centerpiece and everything spins around it.
Yeah,
That's not a bad idea.
that's
and
what
the heat
like.
is actually what's causing that forest to grow.
Yeah, there you go. So it is all central around this.
And then it
point
all
here.
comes down and connects underneath where that island to the bottom of the
So
deciduous
this is almost
islands.
like an axle. For
Yeah,
this whole
like an-
mechanism spinning.
And there could be something mechanical about it. We don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna really make Steve hate me. So I'm gonna take, I'm gonna take John's idea of moving islands here, and I'm just gonna say that this entire island chain, it's constantly moving.
Which island chain?
The whole
Wait.
center of the map, it moves
It rotates.
eastwardly, rotates on of its own,
Uh,
like the center of a spinning top.
but it also like
It's
it,
right.
I'm gonna assume it does like this in a band. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because that way it can dodge the other islands.
Yeah.
And so you know what
You
that
know what
means,
I'm saying?
Steve? You need to make a map for every month and season of the year.
Oh my god, you guys are
Yeah, you gotta make at least 4 maps, Steve. Did I laugh? I'm sorry. I meant, oh.
I'm so sorry that it had turned out that way, man.
And John, I'm gonna
Also,
save your
though,
compliment
this dragon is gonna
from
get
earlier.
like the dragon's dead. Or does the dragon head spin, or does the dragon head stay while the rest of the middle
Well,
spins
see,
by it?
the dragon head's not actually connected. See, it's above the chain of islands in the center.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the islands just go by it.
Yeah, they go by it.
Yeah.
His wings go by it.
His wings, yeah. So he's like been
Also,
disembodied.
It's interesting that you made
Or,
these
just,
air flaps here, John. You made them in
decapitated?
between these wing points. You notice that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So this air that's coming up is in between where his wings would be.
yeah. They're in between, like where the tops of his wings would be.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So is that good, Steve? You get what I'm saying? You don't really have to draw 4 different maps, dude. I think it would be interesting if it turned. Steve's not talking to me. Fuck this guy.
Steve was currently muted himself so he could yell obscenity.
No, actually, I'm just looking at it. My one like oddity that I'm seeing with it is this this peninsula dips down.
Well, it would
Yeah,
have
so-
to-
so basically, imagine them-
unless the islands literally
Move. They
have-
move. They move to
have
dodge
a
it.
flow
It's so
like
hard
that.
to tell
it's
where.
like a jet stream.
Yeah, imagine them moving, Steve. Like, so as it goes towards this island here, this section here would dip.
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
like a
why-
jet stream.
So there
Track.
could be a very strong assumption that dragon
Actually-
is very much actually super
Alive.
Anybody
Yeah, or-
in
or-
roll 20 that's got the roll back out to this full zoom that you can get, and if you look, that band, I mean, that looks like a rotating line. It doesn't look like a line that.
It does.
It looks
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
undulating line.
Yeah, that's
Already.
what kind of looks like a spine.
Undulating.
Like a spine, maybe. I don't know,
It
dude. I'm
looks
just
like it could be. No, I'm good with it. I just have
I
no
was thinking
idea
about
how
that
we
idea of-
represent that other
of
than arrows.
Some form of primordial runic language to
Yeah, we discussed that before
Capture
too. That
stuff
each
or-
island looks like a letter or a symbol almost. But yeah,
We kind of jumped on this dragon thing. once
Oh
we
my
got into it.
God!
It's pretty cool.
So check it out. Okay, so the
It
Ring
does
of
say
Islands,
Martha.
the Ring of Islands, right? If it had any kind of symbology, right? That symbology only matters a certain time of year. Why? Well, because
so
it
it
depends on
changed
not only
different
where
spots.
it is, but where that island chain that rotates is.
yeah.
That would complete the message. So or whatever.
And maybe it's like once every like 300 years or something like that. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
perfect
It's
alignment.
ting.
Yeah, it's almost like a literal wheel of time.
At
You
the
ever read
at the
Law
end of any
Jordan
of
books?
our epochs when we have to do insane fucked off events. So we
So
know
you could
what's
also
at hand.
theoretically have them change seasons too, Steve. To be ice sometimes, and then sometimes the chain is more summer.
Yeah,
Sometimes more
yeah.
spring or autumn. Like it could really change.
I'm starting to think that as this thing rotates, maybe based on how the rotating islands inside the chain, it might actually throw the entire axis off or something.
Maybe
That could be something that we do as one of our catastrophic events.
That's one of the 4 maps you make for us.
one of the 42 maps he has to make it. What? One of your 80 maps, Steve.
This is what it looks like in spring and autumn.
I just want all of y'all to know that I love y'all, but I absolutely freaking hate every single year.
You wanted this, Steve.
Okay,
You
I'm
want.
gonna
Remember,
go back
you
into the
wanted
movie.
this.
Bits of this.
You were like, let's get together and just do whatever we want.
You're right.
Partly your fault.
I wanted to dip my toe into the creativity that is your sick and twisted mind.
Now we got a lot of stuff here though to build off of for races and stuff through our age 1.
A lot of stuff. We've got
Yeah.
a metric.
I mean, I wouldn't even
ton.
mind seeing some races at some point. But
Hey John, I just want to tell you, the compliment you gave me earlier that I don't look quite so fat. I'm gonna save that.
no,
for
I
later
said you
and
don't look quite so
compliment
fat online.
Okay, so I lost 20 pounds on the camera, but I'm gonna save it for later when I'm
Oh.
crying naked in front of the mirror. Just so you know, that's when it's gonna come back up, and I'm gonna use it like a little ray of sunshine. To erase the
I look
extra
better
pounds.
on camera.
Okay.
He's like, he said I wasn't as fat as I looked.
Yeah, he said it wasn't quite as fat. Still a fat piece of shit, but just not quite as large of a fat piece of shit.
Well,
I
that just
understand.
means when you go around meeting people the first time, just bring a webcam with you.
In order to cover this, you'd need multiple webcams, if I'm being honest.
All right, John.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna go over to the top right here, and you see this island right here. Every 3rd Tuesday, it is going to move. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Yeah, every
I had
6
that one in the
minutes,
barrel.
It shifts 100 miles.
I have no clue what I'm doing, but I had that
We're
one in the
done.
barrel. I
We're
had that
done.
one in the barrel. I had that one in the barrel. Wait.
Oh man.
Okay.
Look, if
Oh, I got an idea.
half of the
I got an idea.
people that are in this broadcast
I know what I
end up
wanna do.
getting shot tonight.
We got 7.
I'm in
Oh, on
bed.
Twitch. I don't know how many on YouTube. I know we weren't supposed to split them in between, but you know.
Jerry's a famous one away.
I'm good.
So I got an idea for what I want to do down
I mean,
here.
I am large enough to see from space, but I don't think your bullet's gonna travel that far.
So close to the rest of this other stuff on this side right here on the bottom left. Let me see. Oh my goodness, I gotta zoom in so that the audience can actually see what in the heck I'm talking about here. Oh, I'm gonna have to adjust the broadcast dimensions as well. I'm gonna redo this dimensions so that I don't have to modify them during broadcast because I know that's not good looking. This right here in the bottom left, you see it?
Okay.
I'm gonna make that a
Yes.
dead sea. It is completely salinated. That actually, if you guys wouldn't mind, I can make it all 4 of those completely salinated,
Yeah.
like Utah, like just salt flat lake.
Cool.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I'm sorry. It's a salt dragon, and
Hey.
it's semen
Hey,
load
man.
drop there, and now I don't know. It's just
Hey.
salt. It's just salt. It's salinated water. That's all it is.
Okay.
Fuck your water.
Fuck your regular water.
Yeah, fuck your regular water with salt. Be more imaginative, John. We already have salt water in the real world.
No, a huge salt flat's kind of hot, honestly.
I just saw it and I was like, actually that, yeah, seems like a good place for something.
What if they're like giant salt mines?
Yeah.
They
Just big,
probably will be when
like
they get there.
entire
right?
things of salt.
Oh, you mean like under the water? Like if you kept going down,
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
dig that. Like underneath it is just more and more salt.
So if somebody settled there, it could be like their, it could be like what they export or whatever.
And
they have giant salt mines.
You had to bring water in because the water, like unless you want to dig, if you
All
bring
right.
water in, it'll draw more salt to the surface.
So in the dead center in the ocean, there is a 100-mile wide vortex that just pulls anything and everything that comes through that area into the depths.
Right next to
Because-
paradise.
Right next to Paradise.
There's a cost.
And
That's
the
part of
frozen
Paradise.
Tail Mountain.
Like the best beachfront properties are literally like right off that thing. Free trash disposal. I mean,
honey, we can watch the ships get eaten at night. It's so romantic.
yeah, exactly.
Where we send the undesirables.
Where we send the undesirables.
The undesirables.
If you can swim across it, you're free to go. But it just pulled a house in.
By proxy
The house
of its
couldn't swim.
existence, it pulls and rips chunks of glacier off of the glacial wall
I can make it.
and pretty much shoots them down into the southern seas. So that northern coast of Paradise is constantly getting hammered by like little Titanic-sized.
Can we leave these little
Oh
islands?
my God!
These
It is
islands, like,
so.
still
You're
exist
describing a
inside of it?
perfect paradise.
No, they poke out of the water for
So
sure.
you're-
where people could settle, or where you have like a safe harbor from the nothingness. It's interesting.
Yeah, and
So
I mean, it's a big enough vortex that expeditious and daring enough captains
Can travel through it. Yeah.
could travel through it and use it to slingshot themselves out the other side as long as they don't lose control.
Yeah, like traveling through parsecs, since icebergs are gonna be flying like meteorites. But you realize how perfect of a paradise this is now, right? I can throw my trash and it goes away. Ice shows up all the time, so my refreshments are always cold. I get free refrigeration. I mean, like in BC times, that'd have been beautiful. I'm staying right here.
Stay right here.
Corinth.
All right. So, left of our topaz eye thing over here, where the salt flats are at.
Yep.
Because of
Oh,
the salt flats, the whole area is going to be very uninhabitable. So I want to make a lot of that big desert area, like wasteland stuff.
like in between the
Okay.
salt and all that stuffs.
yeah.
Oh,
I get a
no.
better color for it.
I use like a light orange.
Yeah, this whole area is just going to be. I don't want to just go over everything, but yeah, that whole area is going to be like desert-like and everything. Real dry, real inhospitable area, waste area. So there you go. I'm good to go.
Joey. What are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything, dude.
It's your
I've
turn.
already made so many mistakes.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was before the broadcast, man. You got to shake that off when you come here.
Hey man, you pay for therapy. I have this, okay? You're gonna have to listen to my problems for 2.5 hours.
That's right.
And I hated my father, so this island's gonna.
That island.
Yeah,
There's no male figures here ever.
it's full of alcoholic pieces of shit.
Hey, we got a drinking game on the works. Every time we make Steve cry on the inside, we take a drink.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I don't think my one kidney can handle that.
No, the audience.
Oh thank God. They'll find us actually entertaining if they're intoxicated. That's probably a lot better.
Have I cried on the inside yet? I mean, this isn't like when we're role playing. You guys aren't abusing the hell out of the world.
Hey, our skip frames are under
Yeah.
25%. People are saying
Hey,
they can
we're
actually
getting
see
better.
things again. That's great.
We're
watching.
we're going to have to address that.
No, we
I
actually
think
have more
I know how
viewers.
to address it though.
Okay, I got
I
an
think
idea.
I have the answer.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you after the broadcast.
Go home and stream at your house.
That's right.
Exactly.
So I was like, only
My
one
internet's
streaming out of
struggling.
one house.
Okay, so on Liquor of Faces, Hurricane Island, each one of these points is like the tip of a claw, and each of these tips of these claws
Okay,
create these
audience,
giant
I'll be
storms.
bringing it right over. You keep talking, Joey. Sorry, I just want to let them know it was on
They
its
create
way.
these giant storms that go out into these oceans that are around it,
Okay.
kind of like the lightning claw of a giant elemental
So
dragon.
this guy, and that guy?
Well, Over to the left.
Oh,
More-
over to the left.
more
Oh,
to the
that.
middle.
There we go. Ah, nice. Gotcha. I didn't have to resize for that one.
All right, so I'm actually going to not do anything yet because it's John's round. Go on, John.
I'm just gonna skip John again.
I'm gonna skip John. His ideas don't matter.
That's kind of how
Always.
it always seems to feel. Okay, I want to do something completely counterintuitive, which really won't matter until later in the game anyway. But I want to take all the space in between that marshland, the desert, the salt flats, and all that crazy shit in the bottom left, and I want to make it fertile land. Just because I was like, why not? Like,
I'm not.
what do you think? No? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
good
go
if
for
not. What?
Go for it. Do what you want to do.
I don't think anyone's really told anyone no yet. It's kind of never mind. That's so inappropriate.
Dude,
Hey man.
that
Hey man. Come on, dude.
Yeah,
What are you
I'm
doing,
gonna
dude?
paint that. Yeah, fertile. It's all like right here in this crack right here,
I know what you're trying to say.
all the way like down through this crack, like maybe not even all the way, like halfway down. It's just fertile from there to there.
Yeah, we get it, dude. Super fertile.
Yeah, right above this this egg looking thing.
Oh
Right
yeah.
there. This little chamber that looks like it's holding an egg.
That's
That's
All
where
right,
it's gonna be.
so,
Actually, if you look
That's,
over here,
that's-
it looks specifically like something from a textbook on the
um,
side.
I'm actually going to stop. Just stop.
I wasn't even making the joke.
This is the BBC.
I,
Whoops. I mean BCC. I apologize.
oh boy.
Big black critters. Whoops.
Here you go.
Okay. Our weird acid volcano island is going to be the first appearance of sentient life.
Oh,
We're adding our life bloom. It is going to be sentient acidic oozes.
Oh man, that
We will
doesn't
come up
sound
with a
like
name for the
problem
race
in the
later.
future. Hey, let's check out this new world.
What's the worst that can happen here?
Oh, this looks worse than our element of acid.
So yeah, there probably were acidic oozes there for quite some time, but during this phase of our creationism, they have gained some degree of sentience. What that will lead to, who knows?
Are you freehand drawing those squares, or how'd you get that square?
As a shape tool.
The shape tool.
Okay. Oh, okay.
If you click on the paintbrush, you'll get you get other tools.
That's it.
Is that your policy,
It's your-
Steve? You just drop off sending a life, and you're like, whatever happens, it's not my responsibility anymore.
Yeah, good luck.
Gotcha.
Good luck, you acidic shitheads.
Yeah.
So that was my turn now, isn't
Your
it?
turn. Yep.
Damn it. Oh, I wasn't even thinking life. I was thinking more geography still.
You can still do geography if you want.
Oh, we're still doing geography. I just it looked like it was right.
Yeah.
Felt right.
All right.
Oh my gosh, roll 20 is made of pain. Let's see if I can.
I mean, there really needs to be something
I
here in Paradise.
can, you dirty people.
In paradise.
On top of using the bar on the side, I can control plus and control minus. Crazy.
So right there, in the northern part of Paradise,
Northern
The
part of
northern
Paradise.
part of paradise.
northern part of Paradise, as we're going to call it. Let me get text in there.
What are you putting on Paradise Isle?
Beach people.
Let's do like anthropomorphic, like not anthropomorphic, like giant sentient macaws.
Macaws?
Sentient what?
Big ass toucan sand, but not
Macaws.
toucan. Actually, just
Macaws.
macaws.
Bird people. All right.
Bird people. All
Not
right.
just bird people, parrot people.
Parrot people, bro.
I dig.
Living in paradise.
What? Come on. I mean, like
Parrot folk.
No. I'm just imagine like a 6.5 foot tall parrot folk that is on a ship and he just has a midget on his shoulder who's a human. He's a pirate.
My little halflings.
Yeah. He has a
So you got
halfling.
little monkey.
Yeah.
All right. Those are my sentient macaws. I like them.
There's a.
Alrighty. So we got sentient acidic ooze and sentient parrot folk. Thankfully, worlds apart.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, how do you type on here?
Under the brush tool, there's a icon that looks like an eye, like the letter, not the symbol. I think we're getting another race put on the map, huh?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so from the acid spawns this race of lizard folk whose scales are reflective because they grew up inside this crystalline beachhead that's kind of developed along this acid.
Oh, nice.
So they're
Right over here.
yeah, black lizard folk. So that's acid immunity, and then they have reflective scales.
Nice.
So the least hospitable portion in this world has spawned 2 life forms. It's interesting.
Yeah.
As far as progenitor races go, we have a mixed bag of trouble.
All right, John, it's your witness.
Where was Joey's creation at?
Joe's
It's
over here on the upper right part of the lake.
Ah, I see. Sorry. I was looking for the box color and I just missed it. I want to do mer people,
Right,
but I
merman,
don't
mermaid,
want
stuff
to
like that?
do
mer
mer
folk?
folk. I don't think. I don't know. I want a creature mer, like I don't know, a kuatai. How about that? Ancient kuatai.
Fish
let's
people.
let's
Fish
stay, yeah, just do some sort of fish people, shark folk, something like that.
He's like, let's avoid specific names.
There isn't a reason for that.
Oh. So what you're saying is I can make a huatopa? And that's just it's a fish people, and what they do is they actually look just like these bad guys from Scooby-Doo that have these gills right here. That come out like a
Just make
fan, and then have a
Make
little
Troudian-
fan
a
right
Troudian,
here.
dude.
And that's
Troudian.
Try it.
well, it's just funny because how are you gonna copy Kuatai? Kuatai is literally a bad guy from Scooby-Doo. That the gills here and the gill thing on the forehead thingy.
It's Cobra Kai, which was an amazing dojo.
A Salmonian.
Salmonian.
And his queen goddess Salmonella.
They swim upstream quickly.
So yeah, I'm gonna make a fish people. They're gonna be called the Salman.
The Salman.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
God, I hope they get killed.
A little on the nose.
well, they're not probably gonna survive. If they do, I
Put them
would
next
be
to the stream,
surprised.
dude.
I'm so upset.
Put them next to this river, and they'll survive forever. Look at this river system.
Yeah.
Swim upstream for
No,
years.
I'm gonna put them down. I want to put them down here.
All right.
Okay.
Where they will hopefully eventually be killed.
Wow. What a benevolent god you are.
Oh, I made them for the punishment.
What's your obsession with making tasty races, dude?
Yeah, you remember the prawn?
A shrimp prawn folk and now salmon.
Oh
Indian?
yeah. No. Let's just jump shrimp folk because they're more lovable, right? No.
We're just no.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Salmon Indian are cool, dude.
well, I just want a monster fish race. Is all I want.
I mean, Salmon, no matter how terrible that sounds, is adequate.
Salmon.
Salmon.
Everyone names their children Sal.
Change one letter.
So on
So-
this island this continent to the south, where this volcano with its river of molten magma that goes to the sea, it is surrounded by fertile foothills that have been fed by years and years of its volcanic ash.
Very much so.
Except for along the river. Of course, everything by the molten river is burnt out, barren wasteland. But beyond that, volcano itself is surrounded by fertile hills. Damien.
All right. So on our metal island, we don't know what kind of metal it is yet. So we're just going to put that. And I would like to see a race of like metal like gnomes. I like the idea of like small metal like coated creatures.
The ultimate tinker gnomes.
That's right.
I like it.
So type of metal can be just
Look at your phone.
be discussed later, but metal gnomes. Let's change that color because you can't see that very well. Let's do.
Oh.
All right.
Ah.
And that's my two races.
Are we all doing 2 races? Oh yeah, me and you are doing 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, since last time we did this, we didn't plop in good old humans. I'm gonna put a race of Amazons right down here.
Nice. With or without the boobs, like, do they cut the boobs off like the Amazons actually did, or do they not do that?
Is that a thing
Just
that
both
actually
male and
happened?
female. They're just Amazons. So they're just like big,
Okay.
giant, strong humans.
Okay.
So there's our metal gnomes.
Okay.
And then yours is on the bottom side of paradise, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And there's the Amazons.
All right, let's go ahead and toss it over to John.
So now, some more geography.
Have you check your Facebook, Steve?
I did.
Now I just want to create races, dude.
Sorry for the seasickness at home here, everybody.
You cut out again.
I said
Yeah.
sorry for the seasickness at home, everybody, for moving around the map, trying to figure out an idea of where to put anything. So, progenitors or other bits of cool stuff.
Do we want to just stick with it? Because Steve, you haven't done a race yet, have you?
What? Stick with what?
Steve, you haven't done a race yet, have you?
Yeah, I did a race. I did the sentient acidic ooze.
So is that 6 races now, or?
We're at our race cap for this. I mean, if you have
Okay.
a really good idea, throw it out there. But for the most part, we're kind of
Well, if I had
this
really
is
had an
our
idea,
group
I'd
of progenitors.
already be running.
John wants to make things that are tasty with herbs and butter. I've noticed that.
I know, dude.
Duck people,
That's our thing.
shrimp people, platypus. I don't know, but
I
I'm
mean,
assuming platypus would taste
I have
good.
another idea for a race, but it doesn't
I
need to
the
come
shit
out
of
right now.
platypus.
Yeah.
Eat the shit out of some platypus.
So I'm not super stressing it. We've got
Get that
the
duck sauce
entirety
up
of
on
the
there.
first stage to get some crazy stuff going.
Tasty ass Bill. I could eat a platypus all day.
Platypus and mustard.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a wrap on places to add things right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to already develop and work with.
You want to move into our favorite phase where we destroy everything we build?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, we're going to kind of
That's the end of stage 1, though.
we're going to put the end cap on this this broadcast with our first age clusterfuck rolls.
Yeah, I'm just down with that. Let's just do that. I think this is a pretty well done map overall. I mean, we can always go back there and add in little shit here and there. It's not a big
Yeah,
deal.
you can add in more stuff, Steve, like rivers and forests and
But you have plenty of flavor.
lowlands.
You just want me to do all the
Yeah,
the hard
I mean, I think we
work.
have enough like these. We have enough cool stuff already.
Look, we need you
No,
to go through Wonder Draft.
Yeah, I mean,
and build
when
it
you're
all,
working on
then
Equinox
we
1,
destroy
you can
it.
just add some leaves, some high grass.
Okay. Well, I mean, with that in mind, guys. With that in mind, let's take a short 5-minute interlude here for everyone to kind of get up, shake a leg, go to the bathroom.
Then we
I
go
don't
to
know
H1.
if we actually have an interlude screen for the
Yes,
YouTube.
I have a little interlude screen that I will be shifting to.
All right, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Good? Okay.
Yeah.
are back.
All right, we're back from the break, and like we had mentioned before the break, we're going to do the rollout on our kind of like catastrophe or crazy things chart to see what the first actual age of this world that still doesn't even have a name is going to have going on. Now, we don't have it posted up just yet, but we have a chart with 50 different sort of things. We'll get that up on our social medias here over the week.
Do you think
But
hey, put in some recommendations for the name of this world in the comments? Not saying we're going to pick it, because if you put like ass eating banana farter, we're not going to pick that. But
yeah,
if you got some really cool names, you might look into that.
very true. But
I'm a banana eating ass.
What's the name of that world again? I didn't catch that. Just,
So, I'm a bit.
was that ass eating banana fart or ass eating peach fart?
Missed it.
1D50.
I'm a banana eating ass farter.
Sorry.
You see, what's funny is that is a partially true statement.
All right, so we're going to be opening up. Each one of us is going to roll a d50, and I'm going to pull the information off the chart. And once we have all four of the effects that are going to be going in, we're going to start talking about how they come together and actually play out in the world as a whole. So we're going to start with Corinth. Go ahead and give me your d50 roll.
All right.
Can you roll for me, Steve? Because there's no D50
I got
die.
3-0.
All right, we got a 30. And then let's go ahead and get Sunapuki.
And if we roll the same thing, then we re-roll, because clearly we don't want all of them.
47.
Oh, that's probably bad too.
John.
Yeah,
Either I can roll a D100 and you can take half, or you can roll for me. Because if not, I have to open the text box.
I'll roll for you.
We'll roll for you, you son of a
They don't
bitch.
have a D50 die. They only have the D100.
That's where you type
What do you
in.
mean?
You type
We
in.
got a 29.
Type in D50.
I
Yeah, I
can't
got a
type it in because to
5.
bring up the chat box would mess up the broadcasts out of the
All right.
map.
Yeah.
All right, so we got
Alphabet.
a 47. That's alignment shift. The plane's alignment shift. Axis shift suddenly leaving. Okay, so it's going to be an alignment shift, either good or evil.
Or Lawful and Chaos.
This one is the. Oh yeah, this is the chaos and lawful.
Oh.
So our opening age world modifiers.
Well, so to me, with the whole idea of like the ooze and all this, to me, this seems like this is already like a chaotic world. So maybe I would say it's more of a. Maybe in the next age, everything's more lawful. Maybe things are starting to take order. That's just my thought.
If it gets more chaotic than whirlpools, vortexes, and spinning islands with buried dragons spewing molten acid lava everywhere, then call me off that adventure.
We also have the birth of a divine entity.
Nice. Who rolled that one?
That is our 29.
Nice.
Damien, you're gonna have to re-roll.
Do I put the death of a divine entity?
No, yours is the loss of a tech. We don't have any techs yet, so.
All right. 21.
That's a planar invasion.
It's happening again.
Yep. Hey, this is probably going to be linked to the birth of the deity thing.
And we got one last thing, which is tidal waves.
Fuck them salmon. They're all going to die real fast.
All right, so the first thing I guess we need to talk about is this planar invasion, because I think the planar invasion could, in theory, lead to the entire alignment shift on the prime material.
Yeah.
So are we saying it's a lawful shift?
Yeah. I think a waffle makes more sense.
Yeah, if not, you're just going from 10 to 11, and this ain't Spinal Tap.
So this
Well,
is
we have that interesting.
Like 3
area-
people understood that reference, dude.
The coolest 3
we-
people.
We
It's
have
not bad,
that giant crystal island, the Crystal Eye. What do y'all think about like the planar invasion being like some sort of crystalline, like lawful crystalline? I don't know, like a crystal elemental almost.
Are there non-emotional gray folk?
you cut out
Are there non-emotional races of lawful?
very actually.
What if
Um,
what
I
if
was thinking like Mechanus.
it's
I
kind
was
of like,
thinking like
what if the eye goes to different planes and like different things are coming out of the eye? So it's not just like one thing invading. It's like, you know, there's multiple armies in the invasion. So you can have like one to Avarice, one to Mechanus, or planes like that, right? So as those little crystals shift, the eyes, like different shit comes out of them. Or is that too much?
See, I actually like that idea.
I like
We
that idea
could
a lot.
do that. Like, remember how the first stage is broken into 5 different phases?
Yeah.
Each phase a different army comes through, or like a different.
Each phase, an entirely different race moves into the world. Each one with a different like alignment polarity.
And we can make up each one, right?
Yeah. We can make it up at the beginning of each of the rounds.
You could do one for each alignment. You could do one lawful good, one chaotic good, one neutral good, chaotic evil, lawful evil.
And while
neutral.
the people that
Neutral
come, the races that come here affect this world's history, going back into the back world, like what happened to cause all of this in the first place. Each of those alignment or the planar connections could be directly related to the events that led to the creation with the dragons and the god being.
oh yeah. Yeah, you
So
can
it kinda all
microscope that back
stacks.
somehow and talk about why this even happens.
Yeah, it kind of all stacks well.
So the next question that brings up is what divine birth are we having here? We need some sort of a divine birth.
To me, I think it's going to have to be some kind of like god of law, like order, something like that, to cause such a shift. Maybe.
How about-
maybe?
Sorry.
Go
No,
ahead.
you do your thing, and then I'll.
Well, I was thinking like maybe the fact that this army has come here, maybe this god manifests itself from their presence showing up. Like maybe this god of law and order, shows up, and because of this race, and it starts manifesting. And it could have it could do a lot of stuff. It could cause our belt of islands to stop moving. It could do a lot of stuff.
It could start
Like,
setting things into stone.
Along with that, what if it's one of the dead dragons? What if one was alive during this age?
True.
I was gonna say, what if it
Almost like a Tiamat or like a Bahamut.
Yeah.
what I was gonna
You know
say
what I'm
is,
saying?
what if the being, right, instead of it being an already formed being, what if it's a god being, but it is in a state currently where it is like it doesn't have the full access of its, like it's a baby god of like
What-
a law.
I like this. Not
So like it,
skip the law part.
well, no, I like the
Drop the
idea.
law
I like
part.
the idea of as it travels through time, like it brings more order to the chaos, and that's how it's born out of this in some fashion. And I'm thinking the dragons,
Okay,
but it could be like
I was thinking.
a result of some kind of energy.
I was thinking, since we said this
Dragon.
world currently is made out of the smashed together bits or bodies of these primordial dragons, the essence from all those dragons, like at the core of the world, is birthing like an omni deity, so it encompasses all the alignments.
Like a Zeus, maybe. Like one
Like
above
an
all.
Io.
like a
Yeah.
like a true like
an
Avatar,
Io,
like
but
Avatar,
a baby Io.
like Avatar. But yeah, it's with only one Avatar. Huh. There aren't multiple spiritual things built yet. There aren't.
Chuck from
There,
Supernatural.
there aren't a lot of stuff yet to throw into that.
Watch the Supernatural
being.
with me,
Yeah, like Chuck.
like Chuck.
Yeah, I didn't make it past season 2.
Well, God's a writer, and he's
It's
constantly. It's fucking great, yeah. He's constantly
We've got a lot of good ideas on the table. We need to settle on one of them, gentlemen.
I want to do. I think it should have to do with the dragons because
I
that's
like the idea
What?
of its birthing its own self. Yeah, like
What if the
core
melding of the energies birthed this being? And I'm not even sure if it's a corporeal being.
it
but
could.
the
Yeah, it could
being
encompass
is
like
an
it could be the all
avatar,
one because
right?
it encompasses pieces of all of them, right? So you have like
We're all father.
like the teleportation, you have the acid, you have the magma. It's like all those things. So it's a good idea. Yeah, it's like one being above all else, right?
But the being
Like,
is it a
Which basically means it doesn't even have to be worshipped. It basically feeds off the divine energy of other gods. In the realm.
I was gonna say, does that mean that it's like a spiritual being and not an actual like
Like a progenitor god, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's like
it doesn't even have a material form. It doesn't even have a plane where it has to exist in.
Yeah.
It exists within all planes.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I like
it's
that
like
idea a
this
lot.
very ethereal kind of, and then if it needed to come into, it could find like an avatar to do it through, or a, something to focus its ability to,
I
or
know what you're saying.
yeah.
So now the question is what invaded that caused this to happen?
What caused what to happen?
What invaded from another plane that caused this birth? to
I
happen?
think the birth happens as a process because all of this happening in age
I
one,
think-
all of this could have happened at the same exact time. There was no necessarily turns in this age. This could all be literally how the result of the battle or whatever it was that occurred. This happened, and that birth could have happened in the same moment. Since we're not even in age one yet.
I think the birth might have by proxy caused the portals and the invasion because we're having a different thing invade each round.
Yeah.
So I think that the planar nature of the crystal eye is just a byproduct of this
Yeah, maybe it's like
omni-deity or over deity just kind of bleeding out its power because it doesn't know how to actually do what it does yet.
it's like activating the eye, right? Like, and the eye was like the dragon of time or something, like whatever you want to call it.
In the comment
and that's
section-
why anytime we have anything happen from now on, we can say it's because of this omniscient entity losing control of its power. So the tidal waves are because it's upset the water dragon spirit, and like if the volcano explodes, it's because he upset the magma spirit. You see what I'm saying? Like you can use it like that. So all the events can be centered around both that entity and the dragons.
Also,
Since right now in this age he has no control.
And they have
From
no
the-
way of like going and combating it because it doesn't even have a physical form.
from the
No, it's
comment
just
section,
just a thing, right? It's like a spirit, like we were saying, like a progenitor, like a like an essence of a god. Basically.
Yeah.
on our
And maybe
list
it'll
of,
grow in further ages to actually get a body or become pantheons even. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could split itself.
on our list of our
But I have something to say.
on our chat list, we actually had somebody mention plane of mirrors that they believe is lawful neutral too. So just an idea of like, is Mechanus an actual plane, or is that something we just
Yes.
have worked with for so long?
Yes, it's a lawful neutral plane.
See, but we could roll for the planes too, or we could use existing
Yeah,
stuff, or we could
if
make
we
our
had
own,
a
or use
table of some
both.
sort.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the Dungeons and Dragons cosmology and just making our own material plane. I don't like it because it's so well done. Like it really is. We could do that, but man, it's
Unless
it's
you
easy.
build specific things, like the one that Steve's built for the that other world.
What if we use it, but we
nice.
narratively change it to our own flavor? So if you want
Absolutely, yeah.
Agnes-
an elemental plane of acid or something like we don't. That's not in the cosmology, but we can.
and
make
we made water the other game. That's what I'm saying. So we can like make whatever we want, right?
that. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. We can do whatever the hell we want with this.
I agree. The model's better to use though because it's easier to roll on. It's already made for us. You know, this is a D&D podcast or a D&D show. So
we
It
could
is.
just use the roll table, and then if we have our own an idea that's really cool, and the whole table's like, yeah, actually,
there's a
fucking sound
lot of
dope.
different tables. There's all
Then-
there's 3.0 books. They're all Deities Demigods, entire books of them. So I mean,
Okay, so what's the fourth bit then? After the god, Steve?
The tidal waves.
So
Yeah.
tidal wave. So where does that
Yeah.
affect?